Health Center, a leading center for breast cancer care that serves nearly 40,000 women every year. An accomplished researcher and author, she has contributed extensively to breast cancer research, established Maharashtra's first standalone breast tissue biobank, authored numerous research publications, and written 3 Amazon best-selling books. She is also a TEDx speaker and serves on the board of directors of the School of Oncoplastic Surgery USA. Can we please have a huge round of applause as we are truly privileged to have her with us today. And with great respect, may I request our Honorable Professor Dr. Sunita Karad Madam to felicitate Honorable Ms. Lale Busheri. From screening to treatment is a pressing issue in today's world, and most of the women are facing today. So how we can diagnose, how we can have an early treatment, and how we can save lives while improving the outcomes. This is all going to be shared by our speaker, Honorable Ms. Lale Busheri. Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to be here for the third time. It feels like coming home. So I'm going to be giving you a very crisp talk, telling you what things you can do not to get cancer, basically women cancers, what is the treatment line, and how can you prevent it. So I always say cancer is getting younger because when I started working in this field over 2 decades ago, we saw women in their 40s just pre-menopause. Now I see a lot of girls in their early 20s coming with cancer. So cancer is getting younger in India. And the data is showing that by 2040, every nuclear home in India will be affected by cancer. Breast cancer especially, is the largest cancer in the pie. We have nearly 2 lakh new cases that are registered. So you can imagine how many cases are not registered because our registries are not updated in our country, in the villages. This is a very interesting slide to show the geography of cancer. Your lifestyle is so linked with cancer. So you can see in Punjab, because of lot of pesticides, there's a lot of urinary, kidney, and bladder cancer. In Gujarat, because of gutka, pan masala, there's a lot of oral cancer. In Goa, a lot of pork, meat, and a lot of spices, tikka food, and alcohol. Again, there's a lot of colon cancer. Likewise, different areas, the cancers are because of what your lifestyle is. Here again, you can see in the earlier registry, Mumbai was right on top, then Delhi and Pune, and you can see Aurangabad was the last place to have the lowest amount of cancers. But now in the latest registry, Aurangabad has climbed up because of lifestyle, because the urban lifestyle has come and become more popular. This is a chart of the whole world where all women cancer, especially breast cancer, is the leading cancer all over the world. Just to give you a reference. And here it shows that in 20 years, the incidence of breast cancer will double in India, affecting every nuclear family. So it's very important that we know what we can do to prevent the cancers. I just want to explain to you what the breast is. We are all aware of what the breast is. And the nipple and the delicate area around the nipple is called the areola. That is the area where most of the time the cancer occurs. And your underarm is called where your lymph nodes are. If you get a cold and cough, you realize you can't swallow, and under your ears, it becomes a lump. That is where your lymph nodes of your head and neck are, not allowing the infection to go to the rest of the body. Likewise, your lymph nodes of your breasts are under your arm, not allowing the infection and the disease to spread. There are 5 stages of breast cancer people don't know. The stage 0 is when a lump comes in your breast and is still not a cancer and has to become a cancer. You will not believe it, but it's minimum 8 years. It's minimum 8 years the lump is in your breast, minimum 8 years. And we don't know as Indians, because we don't know how to do a self-breast examination. We do not know how to find an early cancer in our body. I will teach you a self-breast examination in a little while. That is stage 0 of breast cancer. Stage 1 of breast cancer, when the tumor is still in your breast and it's less than 2 centimeters. Stage 2 of breast cancer is when the tumor is in your breast and it's gone more than 2 centimeters. Stage 3 of breast cancer is when the tumor is out of your breast. And stage 3B of breast cancer is when it has gone to your lymph nodes. And stage 4 of breast cancer is when your other organs are affected. Now, breast cancer is known as the best, BEST cancer. Why? Because if picked up early and you have the right treatment and the right doctor, it's completely curable. Till stage 3, it's completely curable. Stage 3B and stage 4, it is controlled to many, many large amount of years if you have a right treatment. Now, what are the factors? What are the factors that you cannot change, which are not in your control? And later, I'll tell you what is in your control. Race and ethnicity is not in your control. It's known due to a lot of data in India, in the Marwadi community and the Bori community in the Muslims, there is much more breast cancer than other communities. Girls who have early menarche, what is menarche? Is when you get your periods the first time, age 9, 10, 11. And what is menopause? When you finish your periods at 50, 40, 47. If you get your menarche very early and you finish your periods very early, your body is exposed to very little estrogen. So there's chances of breast cancer are very much lower. If you get your periods at the age of 13, 14, and your periods finish at, say, 55 or 60, your body is exposed to much more estrogen. Genetics plays another role. If you have 2 or more family members in your family, not your husband's or your spouse's family, who have had cancer below the age of 50, if you have a mother, a sister, a brother, a child, an aunt or uncle who's had cancer 2 or more below 50, then the chances of you having a genetic cancer are very high. You need to meet a counselor and do a genetic test. What is a genetic test? It is basically a blood test which gives you a result after 3 weeks whether you have the mutation or not. Same thing with family history. Older age, as you become 75, 80 years old, cancers do occur, but they are very indolent. Indolent meaning they very, very rarely progress, and you probably die of another disease, but not cancer. And exposure to radiation. Very often when we are very small, we are exposed to a radiation for tooth treatment, we break our hands, legs, or we have a thyroid problem, we have a lot of X-rays. So overexposure to radiation will also cause different cancers along with breast cancer later in life. The risk factors that you can change and which are in your control. This is very important because I'd like to, excuse me, I can't hear. Yeah. So the risk factors that you can change, which are in your control, this is very important for the younger generation, is birth control pills. The longer you take birth control pills, the higher the risk of cancer because it's high dosage of estrogen. Likewise, the eye pill, which is very often taken by the youngsters after having sex, is also one of the causes for early risk factors for breast cancer. The sedentary lifestyle, it's very well known that if you have a sedentary lifestyle, and for a woman, the fatter her stomach area, all the fat in your stomach, on your stomach is estrogen, the fat is pure estrogen. The larger the link between breast cancer and the fat on your stomach. Alcohol is the new carcinogenic. I think most of us are aware that how much alcohol should be had weekly or monthly. No alcohol at all, like no smoking, okay? Then hormonal replacement therapies, as a woman gets older and she gets her menopause at 40 or 50, she gets dryness of the skin, hair dryness of the hair, she gets hot flushes, she gets irritable. Gynacs give HRT tablets. HRT tablets, long-term, are directly linked with hormonal replacement therapy and breast cancer. And no children or late children. It is better not to have a child than to have your first child after 30, because by 30, all your hormones have settled in a woman. And breastfeeding is very important. You should breastfeed for minimum 6 months or a year. Now, most women will find lumps in their breasts if they touch their breasts, but that doesn't mean that there's a cancer. Most of the breast lumps are not malignant and they are non-cancerous. Now, how do you pick up an early sign of breast cancer? If the skin on your breast has become like a rash, rough, and it's become red, and you put a cream, you put Vaseline for 2 or 3 weeks and it doesn't settle, that is one of the early signs of breast cancer, you should meet a doctor. If from your nipple you are getting a clear water discharge, pure water discharge or a blood discharge, that is the early signs of breast cancer. If the nipple has gone in or the skin has dimpled, that is one of the early signs of breast cancer. And of course, if you find a lump, you need to meet a professional. It's very, very important that I teach all the youngsters over here today how to do a self-breast examination. A self-breast examination is done by a woman in her shower, never without soap, always with soap because your skin has to glide. If you're getting your periods, it should be 5 to 6 days after your periods. If you have menopause, anytime during the month. You soap your body, you do not use your fingertips, and you do not use the base of your hand. You use the flat of your hand. You put your left hand arm and you put your right hand under your armpit, and you go in a circular motion round your breast and anti-clockwise. Likewise, you put the right hand up, and with the left hand, you go in a circular motion, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then you very, very gently squeeze your nipple. From your nipple, if you find a clear water discharge or you find a bloody discharge, it is one of the early signs of breast cancer. You need to meet a medical professional. If you find a milk discharge, green discharge, yellow discharge, that's just an infection, and you probably need a couple of weeks of antibiotics. Then, after you have wiped yourself, you should stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself and put both your hands up. No two breasts are equal. No two breasts are equal. If one breast is gone lower, there's probably a lump pushing it down. Or if one of the breasts has got inverted, you need to meet a medical attendant. I'm extremely happy today that there are so many men in the audience because the woman is the pivot of society. She's looking after her husband, children, father, brother, and she never ever looks after herself till it's very late. Unless the men in the family, the husband, the father, the brother push her to be careful about her medical preventive attendance, she will never ever pick up something which is very early. So it's very, very important in our country. So just to let you know what we do, we go into the community to the foundation and we give a lot of talks. And we go into the bastis and give a lot of talks. We have 3 buses. We give free checkups with mammograms and sonographies and breast examinations with our staff. We have breast symposiums that are completely free. We have marathons for breast cancer. And then now I want to educate you about what is the machine that you need to go for a prevention. So if you're below 40 years old, you need to have a self-breast examination, either the way I showed you at home or then by a nurse, and you need to do a sonography. But if you're above 40 years of age, every year you need to get a mammogram done. But what kind of mammogram? Not a regular mammogram and not a mammogram with 2D. It has to be a 3D mammogram with tomosynthesis. I'll explain to you later why. And if you have a lump, if it's a benign lump, if it's a cyst or a fibroid, never, never, never allow the doctor to cut your breast and to remove the lump. The machine is just known as a vacuum-assisted biopsy. A needle goes in and it sucks the lump out automatically in 2 or 3 minutes. It is scarless and is stitchless. Now, when I talk about a 3D machine, it's so important because I'm giving you an image on the 2D where a girl comes, has a mammogram, and she has no lump, and the doctor clears her. But she still felt that she is not okay, and she gets a 3D done, and that white spot is the cancer. So always a white spot on radiology will be picked up as a cancer. So it's very important when you go for a mammogram to find out where there is a 3D machine with tomosynthesis. So what does tomosynthesis do? If your breast is a potato, a regular 2D machine will only give you 1 X-ray and 1 image of that potato, your breast. But if you find a 3D machine and your breast is a potato, it'll give you 90 slices or 96 slices of that potato, your breast, picking up the earliest lesion that is hiding behind your breast tissue. So that is so important for you to pick up. Now, what happens if it's a cancer? It's very important that your body image is taken care of. You're not to be made depressed. And your sexual health is also very important, and the anxiety is taken care of. So you should not be mastectomized, meaning you should not be left without a breast. The gold standard of treatment today in the entire world is either the lump is removed, keeping the breast intact, or then in the same operation, her body fat from her stomach, her hips, her fat is removed and the breast is reconstructed and lifted up to make the breast look better than she went in for surgery. So she opens her eyes from anesthesia, the breasts are looking better, and the cancer is gone. So that is called oncoplasty. Onco meaning cancer and plasty meaning the plastic, the two that go together. So this is two images I show you of a girl on the left, where she's had her breast reconstruction done, fat from her body has been used, and you can see there are practically no scars. It's just around the areola which will heal. So this is the way forward. You make sure that the doctor doesn't mutate you or leave you without scars. So it's called oncoplastic surgery. It makes sure the patient has better outcomes cosmetically, psychological outcomes, better functioning, and today it's proved with a lot of data that she has better survival because she looks at herself, she feels like looking at herself, she feels whole, she feels a better self-image than being mutilated. So in 2015, when we started the breast oncoplasty course in India, most of the centers in India, I would say 85% were removing a woman's breast and leaving her without a breast. And with the whole training program now, I'm proud to say that most centers conserve a woman's breast. So this is what we do. We train surgeons to make sure that a woman's breast is not mutilated and she's left whole again. And I spoke about genetic testing. If you have more than 2 family members in your family who are below 50 or 45 years of age and have had a cancer, make sure you meet a counselor. We have free counseling at our center. And then a family history chart is drawn up, and then a blood test is taken. It's a simple blood test. It gives you your results in about 3 weeks and lets you know whether you have the mutation or not. If you have the mutation, it's a red flag. You're monitored very closely. For example, instead of a mammogram or sonography once a year, you'll probably be called in twice a year, that there's a surveillance. We all have heard of Angelina Jolie, and that's what she did. Her mother and aunt had a breast cancer at a very early age, and she went in to do a genetic testing and monitored herself. So these are some of the myths I want to bust about breast cancer. Does an underwire bra cause breast cancer? No. I'm often asked whether a red bra, a black bra causes breast cancer? No. Is a lump breast cancer? No. 90% of the lumps are not breast cancer, they're just fibroids or cysts. Do deodorants cause breast cancer? A roll-on deodorant does not cause breast cancer, but a spray deodorant is better not to be used because it has a chemical which mimics a chemical which could lead to breast cancer. So you should not be using a spray deodorant, you should use a roll-on deodorant. Men don't get breast cancer, men do get breast cancer because they also have mammary glands, but the rate of men getting breast cancer is much lower. 1 out of every 21 women get breast cancer, but 1 out of 1,000 men get breast cancer. If you have a family history of cancer, will you develop breast cancer too? 5 or 10% only of the breast cancers are associated with gene. So that is the amount of BRCA involved, only about 10%. A mammogram can cause breast cancer? No. The amount of radiation that you receive from a mammogram is as much as you going out in the sun for a couple of hours in a day. And you do a mammogram once a year, and we are out all the time, so it doesn't cause. Is mastectomy, meaning removal of the breast, the best therapy? Absolutely not. It's not the gold standard of treatment. If you find a doctor who wants to remove your breasts, please go for a second and third opinion. I have a genetic mutation, meaning that my kids will also have breast cancer? No. If you have a genetic mutation, doesn't mean that your children will have the cancer. Now I want to touch upon cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is caused by the HPV virus, as we all know. It is the onset because of sexual activity. Now I just want to put the bases in order. All over the European world and everywhere else, the cervical cancer vaccine is given in schools and colleges to the men, to the male, because the man is the carrier. The man is the carrier of the cervical HPV vaccine, the HPV virus. The woman is only the receiver. She gets it from the man. So all over the European world and all, it's given to them in school. We are still giving it to the women. I hope over time it's given to the men also over here. Very often, with many sexual partners, no hygiene, multiple sexual partners, multiple pregnancies, multiple abortions, and poor genital hygiene are one of the risk factors for genetic cancers. What are the other risks? Smoking, long-term contraceptives, long-term oral pills, birth control pills. If you have a very weak immune system, and of course, low awareness and irregular screening. Warning signs of cervical cancer which you need to look out for is an unusual vaginal bleeding or unusual discharge from the vagina. All women have a discharge from the vagina, but if it's yellow, if it's thickish, and if it's smelling like a rotten egg, then you need to address that. If you have bleeding after menopause, you should not be getting bleeding after menopause, but if you have a bleeding after menopause, if suddenly your weight is falling, if you have discomfort in the vaginal area or pain, if you have severe leg pains or cramps in your calves, if you have constant fatigue, you get up every morning feeling very tired, abnormally tired, and of course the pelvic area has a lot of pain, then you need to see a doctor. Now, how do you prevent cervical cancer? By having a regular checkup, going to the gynec, having a regular checkup, making sure you get the HPV vaccine, and doing a pap smear every year. So if you don't have multiple partners and you know that your husband doesn't have multiple partners, then you can have a pap smear every 2 or 3 years. But if you're not sure of that, then you should do a pap smear annually. It's not coming on this. Just talk to you about the cervical cancer vaccine. The cervical cancer vaccine is ideally given between the age of 9 and 14, and that is 2 doses, 0 and 6 months. Then the second time is given during the age of 14 to 26. Ideally, you should be till you're 26, but often it's given till you're even 45 years of age. So the dose for the vaccine from the age of 14 to 26 or 45 is 3 doses, 0, 2, and 6. And there are 2 kinds of vaccines. One is by the Serum Institute, which costs 2,000 rupees, and the other one is 4,000. You can take either. And now the government has started to give out this vaccine completely free. Aditya, just skip the... I think there's a technical snag. Just a minute. No? This is the vaccine which I'm talking about. And it's very, very important that you make sure that if you have an HPV virus, you take the medication, the antibiotics, or you prevent it by taking a HPV vaccine. Okay, here it's come up. The cervical cancer vaccine from age 9 to 14 is 2 doses every 6 months. From 14 to 26 is 3 doses, 0 month, which is counted, month 2 and month 6. If you take it after the age of up till 45, it is 3 doses again, 0, 2, and 6 months. There are 2 vaccines. So, Ceravax, which is by the Serum Institute, is 2,000 rupees, and Gardasil is 4,000. But now the government is giving out this vaccine completely free. The 2 vaccines are the same vaccine. One is the generic, and one is not the generic, the foreign vaccine. So you can take either one. And ovarian cancer, I want to touch upon. The risk factors are family history, breast or colon cancer if you have, genetic mutation, and menopause, and endometrium, thickness of the endometrium wall. And what are your symptoms? If there's bloating, if you have constipation, if you have frequent urination, you feel like going to the bathroom often, feeling too full very quickly, difficulty in eating, pain or pelvic area, back pain, fatigue, and change in bowels, meaning one time you're constipated, one time you have diarrhea, the bowels are erratic. Those are your signs of ovarian cancer. Now, what is very important is a holistic approach to all diseases, and so is so for cancers. So nutrition, as we all know, it's very, very important that you have a protein-rich food. If you're a vegetarian, meat, beans, lentils, peas, nuts are important. If you're a non-vegetarian, then of course fish and seafood and avocado, yogurt, cheese, greens are very, very important. It's ideally said that you should have 5 kinds of colors in your food every day in the form of fruits. And physical activity and cancer, there's a correlation. If there's no physical activity, there's a high risk of all cancers, not just breast cancer. It's very important that at least a 30 minutes walk is done every day at a medium space. And the space should come to a level that you cannot talk to your friend while walking. If you are able to talk to your friend while walking, your heart rate has not gone up. So that is very important. And tips for improving your well-being is maintain a balanced diet, be active 30 minutes a day, of course, practice some yoga, meditation, connect with others in the community, your friends, and get enough sleep, limit your alcohol and smoking intake, and have a regular checkup. And this is something which I strongly believe in. A woman with breast cancer is working at home, going to do her job, getting her child from school, picking up groceries, and she's still so active. But the man with flu is in bed waiting for attention from the woman. And finally, 1/4 of what you eat keeps you alive, and 3/4 of what you eat keeps your doctor alive. So please be careful of what goes into your mouth, what goes into your body. Uh, Eat good quality food. Make sure you buy less, but you buy good quality food. So that is it. And these are the 3 books of mine. I'm going to be sending it to Mrs. Karad later to have it given to you all complimentary. Thank you. If there are any questions, this is the center. Actually, I'm just showing you. This is our center, the breast center. So if anyone would like to ever come for a checkup, please get in touch with me for a prevention or a free genetic testing or a free genetic counseling, the free nutrition, everything is completely complimentary at our center. And in the meantime, if there are any questions, I'm open to any questions before I step down.
Take.
Can we have a cordless mic for the audience, please?
If there are no questions, then it's wonderful, because then I've been quite crystal clear. Thank you very much. I'm here for a few minutes if anyone wants to ask anything. Thank you and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I think this was one of the enlightening and impactful session because it is one of the most important issues today, and spreading awareness and strengthening this idea. I think it requires some salute, and we are really grateful for the valuable knowledge that Busheri ma'am has shared with all of us. And on behalf of MIT Art Design and Technology University, we extend our sincere gratitude to her. And once again, can we please have a huge round of applause here for our honorable speaker, our guest, Ms. Busheri. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very good afternoon, one and all. We warmly welcome all the dignitaries for this International Women's Day celebration at MIT-ADT University. It is my great honor and privilege to welcome all the dignitaries, Honorable Chief Guest of today's program, R. Vimla Resident Commissioner, Delhi, Guest of Honor, Lokedia Mili Sandeep, CEO and Founder, Certified Independent Director, IOD, ICF Certified ACC Coach. We also welcome our Executive Director of MIT-ADT University, Honorable Professor Dr. Sunita Karad Madam. We are all honored to have all the award recipients, Ms. Ashwini Ghuge, Superintending Engineer, Vigilance and Quality Control, Public Works Department, Government of Maharashtra, Ms. Pranoti Munot, Director, Sustain and Save Private Limited and founder of Green Umbrella, Ms. Rujuta Jagtap, Independent Director, SAG Test Plant Private Limited, Dr. Leena Deshpande, Associate Vice President HR, Head CSR Bharat Forge, Dr. Anuradha Upadhyay, Principal Scientist, NRCG Pune, Mrs. Bhagyasri Matre, Founder, Food Monk Innovations Private Limited. We would also like to mention our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Nachiket Thakur, Professor Dr. Rajneesh Kaur Sachdev, Dean of Academics, MIT-ADT University, Professor Dr. Anjali Bhoite, Associate Dean, MIT Food Technology, and convener of this program. We also welcome Dr. Ashwini Pete, Dr. Priya Singh, all other deans, directors, heads, faculty members, and my dear students. So I request everyone, please have a huge round of applause to welcome all the dignitaries for this International Women's Day celebration at MIT-ADT University. Thank you very much. As you know that International Women's Day is a very significant global occasion dedicated to recognizing the achievements, resilience, and contributions of women in every sphere of life. And today, we all are here to celebrate their outstanding and remarkable achievements. With this, once again, I welcome all the dignitaries, honorable chief guest, guest of honor, and all the awardees, all the dignitaries of MIT-ADT University. And now, this is time as per our MIT-ADT University's tradition. We begin any program with World Peace Prayer. I request each and every member in the audience, please rise in your seats, join your hands, close your eyes, and participate in the World Peace Prayer.
प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद्या आत्मरूपा देवा तूचि गणेशु सकलार्थमति प्रकाशु म्हणे निवृत्तिदासु अवधारि गोदी गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
Thank you very much. And we are also, we have our august presence of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, MIT-ADT University, Professor Dr. Rajesh S. Can we please welcome him with a huge round of applause, everyone? Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us here. And now we are going to begin with our Ganesh Vandana, and this is going to be performed by our very own student of VSKA from 4th year, Bachelor of Performing Arts, Yashasvi More. Can we please play the track?
गजानन दाता तू गणपति गजानन दाता तू गणपति गजानन सुरिकेशर निर्गुण निरवधि सकल कलानिधि हे प्रभुवरा अमर नायका हे शुभकरा भावे तुझसी आलो शरण दाता तू गणपती गजानन दाता तू गणपती गजानन शुंडाउदरी वळली अभिनव कांती मनोहर रूप नवो नव ऋणझुण चरणी वाजती किंकिणी हे नटवरा ललित राघवा हे प्रियकरा वावे घडी घडी हे भास्मरण दाता तू गणपती गजानन दाता तू गणपती गजानन दाता 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 तू गणपती गजानन गप गरे गरे सनी सनी पग नि पग रे ग परे ग सारे पनी सा ग पनी सा रे पनी सा दाता तू गणपती गजानन दाता तू गणपती गजानन भजती तुदासी पुनीगण दाता तू गणपती गजानन दाता तू गणपती गजानन.
There was a lovely and gracious performance by Yashasvi More. Thank you very much, dear Yashasvi. And with this pious and graceful opening, we now request our dignitaries to proceed with the lamp lighting ceremony. May I invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor of MIT-ADT University, Professor Dr. Rajesh Esser, along with our Honorable Executive Director, MIT-ADT University, Professor Dr. Sunita Karad Madam, our Honorable Chief Guest, our Vimla, and our Guest of Honor, Lucadia Mili Sandeep. I request, along with our convener, Professor Dr. Anjali Bhoite Ma'am, I request all of you to please join us on stage. I also request our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Nachiket Thakur Sir, and our Dean Academics, MIT-ADT University, Professor Dr. Rajneesh Kaur Sajdev Ma'am, to please join us on stage for the lighting of the lamp ceremony. I request Sir and Ma'am to please join us.
विचारसार परमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम्.
While we request our dignitaries to capture this moment with a group photograph, I also request our volunteers to please come backstage for the arrangement of the chairs on the stage.
वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीम्
I request Honorable Dr. Nachiket Thakur sir to kindly take the chair on the dais. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, once again I request everyone, please put your hands together to welcome all the dignitaries, Honorable Chief Guest, Guest of Honor. Thank you very much. With this, may I now request Professor Dr. Anjali Bhoite, convener of this program and Associate Dean, School of Food Technology, to propose welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm and heartfelt welcome to all the distinguished guests, awardees, dignitaries, and wonderful participants gathered here at World Peace Dome for the celebration of International Women's Day 2026. Give to gain rights, justice, and action for every woman and girl emphasize idea that when society invests in and supports the women and girls, everyone benefits. So it is the right day to encourage those iconic women who have immensely contributing in the society in many ways from various domains. Our university feels honoring the valuable contributions of women who have made remarkable achievements in their respective fields as a real motivation towards the UN theme of International Women's Day 2026. To percolate this thought, among all the students, staff members of the university, we have among us our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Vimla Ma'am, IAS Resident Commissioner, Delhi, Government of India. Ma'am, your leadership and dedication to public service is highly commendable and very encouraging towards the nation building. We are truly honored by your gracious presence today. It is my great privilege to welcome you today. Welcome you, ma'am. We are equally delighted to welcome our guest of honor, Honorable Lucardia Millie, Madam, who is the CEO and founder of Lucardia Consultants. She is an independent certified director also, and she is ICF certified ACC coach. She has tremendously contributed in leadership development and mentoring professionals. We are grateful for your presence here today. We also have extraordinary women who have excelled in various domains and have become role models for many. Today, university has decided to confirm Women Achievement Award 2026 to them. So for this award, we have among us Ashwini Guge ma'am. She is Superintending Engineer, Government of Maharashtra. She has done impactful contribution in the engineering and public service sector. We also grace the presence of Pranoti Munat, Director of Sustain and Save, for her remarkable entrepreneur's vision and commitment to the sustainable initiatives. We also have Rujuta Jagtap ma'am. She is Independent Director at Sarge Test Plant Private Limited. And I must mention the distinguished presence of Leena Deshpande ma'am. Dr. Leena Deshpande ma'am is Associate Vice President, HR and Head CSR, Bharat Forge. We also have Dr. Anuradha Upadhyay, Principal Scientist, National Research Center of Grapes, Pune. And we also have Bhagyashree Mhatre ma'am. She is a founder of Food Monk Innovations Private Limited. And we also welcome all the dignitaries, Madam Lahiri, who have delivered the lecture on the cancer in women in the morning. I am also welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, our Executive Director, ma'am, Dr. Sunita Karad, ma'am, our Vice Chancellor, sir, Dr. Rajesh S, sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Nachiket Thakur, sir, and all the deans and directors. Once again, I extend the warm welcome to all chief guests, guests of honor, awardees, and every participant present here today. Let us make this celebration memorable as we honor the excellence, inspire change, and celebrate the incredible journey of women. Thank you for wishing everyone a happy International Women's Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your warm welcome address. Thank you so much. With this, I now request Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Rajesh S, sir, to deliver inspirational address. Can we have huge round of applause to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir?
Respected Honorable Executive Director, Professor Dr. Sunita Karad Madam, our chief guest of today's function, Honorable Madam Vimala IAS, and the guest of honor of today, and other leading women dignitaries on the dais, of the dais. Actually, to be at this amidst gathering and to talk about women is indeed my great pleasure and honor, because frankly to be speaking, we men are nothing without women, or no man is now complete without a woman. That is a normal per se. But what is a woman basically? To me, when I look back and then see, my mother who has given birth to me, and then after that proceeding to the various stages of life. So woman is something like, it is in totality, if you summarize the journey of a woman, starting from a baby girl, then as a young woman, then as a wife, then even as a son. I mean, once you have a son or a daughter, then she is a mother now in itself. Then after that, some years along, if you see, then the grandmother, so whatever she is and all. But what perturbed, or the prima facie, if you ask what a woman is, she is a lady of substance in everything she does, in every role she plays. For example, even to guide a man, and like they say, every time there's a common sentence that every man behind there is a woman, all that. But if you see the Toto, Ma Saraswati, Mahalakshmi, and Mahaparvati are the energy, whatever we say, it is all the women only, per se. You are calling in different names as Mahasaraswati, Mahalakshmi, and then Parvati, because when she is, as a lady, when at per se, when she is teaching your kids, or teaching her son or daughter, I think she is a Saraswati. When she is managing the household, when the husband brings anything, then she is Lakshmi, because what we are told in our olden days, my father, my mother, that whatever I earn, I have to give it to my wife. I should not keep any single paisa with me, madam. Till today also I am not having. My entire money goes to my wife, and she manages the show. So that means what? She is Mahalakshmi also, like Sunita Karan madam also. Mahalakshmi, and madams are all there. All Mahalakshmis are sitting here, managing the household. Then we have the last but not least, the energy. Energy is Parvati, Shakti, whatever. Why? To control. To control, you need a Shakti. So again, to tell the husband if he is doing anything wrong, yes, she is a Shakti. To tell the son or daughter that you have to be in a right path, yes, she is a Shakti. So I think, if you summarize everything, if you see Mahalord, Mahashiva, and Lord Shiva's Ardhanarishwara Tattva says it all. In Ardhanarishwara, the entire left part is Amba. That's why he is called Samba. Samba means Sa Amba, means with Amba, he is there. And the entire left part of his, he has given half part. 50% of Lord Shiva's left side is energy and Ma Parvati. So that means what? It is equality. That's why we say better half. The better half word has originated from Vedas. That it is the left half entirely is your wife, or your energy comes from the left side, and only the right half is only a man. But yes, it is a world saying that yes, we are leading women are there now. I mean, women are no more restricted to the kitchens or whatever. We have seen them emerged as leaders. Many leaders are sitting here also on stage of the dais. So I trust and I believe that women is all empowered today, and with the blessings of Lord Shiva and being a Ardhanarishwara, they are all sustaining and then promulgating the power within and without. So thank you very much. Jai Maharashtra, Jai MIT-ADT, Jai Bhavani, Jai Shivaji.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that inspirational address, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take great honor and privilege to felicitate our dignitaries here. I now like to request Honorable Professor Dr. Rajesh S. and Honorable Professor Dr. Sunita Karad, Madam, to felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest R. Vimlaji, Resident Commissioner, Delhi. We once again request Sir and Ma'am to kindly felicitate our guest of honor, Lukedia Millie Sandeep, CEO and founder, Certified Independent Director IOD, and ICF Certified ACC Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, I request all of you to kindly give a round of applause to all our dignitaries present here. Thank you. Thank you very much. I now request the dignitaries to take their seats. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to watch an introductory AV on Honorable Guest of Honor, Lukedia Millie Sandeep. Can we have the AV, please?
Ms. Millie Sandeep is a human resource leader who has demonstrated leadership in designing and implementing innovative strategic and HR interventions for accelerated growth of the organizations. She is a highly motivated and energetic leader with 20 plus years of progressive human resource experience in IT, engineering, and ITES industry. She is a quick learner and a consistent high performer with a passion for understanding the business. Furthermore, as an effective communicator.
Sorry for the technical glitch. We'll once again play this AV.
Ms. Millie Sandeep is a human resource leader who has demonstrated leadership in designing and implementing innovative strategic and HR interventions for accelerated growth of the organizations. She is a highly motivated and energetic leader with 20 plus years of progressive human resource experience in IT, engineering, and ITES industry. She is a quick learner and a consistent high performer with a passion for understanding the business. Furthermore, as an effective communicator with exceptional strong interpersonal and managing, along with driving change with expertise on business integration. With an experience in Veritas Technologies LLC, she took over the responsibility of India HR lead. She has experience in leadership development and coaching transformation, along with change management, talent management, organizational development, talent acquisition, employee relation, employee engagement, and team development. It is an honor to learn from an esteemed personality like hers. Thank you so much for sparing your valuable time and sharing your knowledge with us today at MIT Art, Design and Technology University.
Thank you very much. And now, with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Honorable Guest of Honor, Lukedia Millie Sandeep, to deliver her address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to thank Sunita Karad ma'am, as well as all the dignitaries on the stage for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here to talk to the faculty, to talk to the senior leadership, as well as all the dignitaries here on stage. As I stand here today, I'm reminded that none of us reach where we are today. At different stages in our lives, someone opened the door for us. Someone trusted us. Someone gave us an opportunity. And I was hearing our sir say that there's an opportunity every time. Someone believed in us. And that's why the theme for today, Give to Gain, resonates so deeply with me. Because every opportunity given to a woman creates a rippling effect that transforms many lives. When I look back on my own personal journey, I realize that whatever I am today has been because a number of people have touched my lives. Whether as an HR leader I am, or a coach, or as a senior professional working with industries, working with organizations, all of this would not have been possible, and it's all because of individuals that have shaped my life. Some gave me responsibility when I was still learning. I think that's a big statement to make, because when you're young, you're looking for opportunity, you're looking for support, you're looking for confidence. And there were people in my life, when I look back, they were there standing beside me. Someone trusted my voice in rooms where decisions were being made. I got an opportunity to stand up and talk. Someone encouraged me to grow. In fact, my own husband was very instrumental in giving me that journey of having confidence, of having faith in me to say, go and live your life. Let me share a small example in my corporate journey. I remember being in a leadership meeting, and I was pretty new, and I had all senior people in the organization sitting around the table. I was very nervous. I was wondering whether I could speak. I was wondering whether I could even say something, and what I said would have any meaning at all. And suddenly, a voice within the room, a very simple yet powerful statement made by one of the very senior leaders. He said, "Hey, Millie, what do you think about this?" I think that moment changed my life. I got my voice, I got my courage, and I was able to bring up ideas that actually resonated, and we were able to bring forth a program in the organization which is seen by many. So the moral of the story is that when you hear something, have the confidence, have the trust, believe in yourself, and the world will believe with you. Every time I have passed that phase, and something new has always occurred. When someone gave me an opportunity, the organization gained commitment, creativity, and leadership. So what I'm trying to say is that every time we invest in a person, every time we invest in an individual, the organization, the institute, the people around us will benefit. Today I want to share some reflections with you. Especially I have leaders here and faculty as well as students. So the first one is give opportunity and gain leadership. So what does it really mean? Across the world, when you see today, there are countless women who have the ability to lead, innovate, and transform organizations, transform institutes. But talent alone is not enough. What one needs is an opportunity. What one needs is a belief that you can make a difference. When we give women such opportunities to lead projects, to inspire, to speak up, we create leaderships. We are not just empowering individuals, but we are strengthening organizations and institutions. Organizations that include women in leadership are most often most resilient and more empathetic. I have a message for our students here. Remember, never underestimate yourself. Each one of you sitting here have a lot of potential. I know some of you are listening, some of you are busy chatting, but what is important is have faith in yourself. This Women's Day primarily talks about how you build your own faith and confidence within yourself. For the faculty and the leaders, and I know we have distinguished leaders here who are also awardees, a message to you: sometimes trust the women, give them that opportunity. Like me, there will be many women who will actually grow in the organization. Today, when I look back, what I stand here is not what I was 20 plus years ago. Second perspective that I want to bring in is give voice and gain progress. So when you give a voice to someone, you're actually seeing progress develop because the person builds in confidence. The person builds in an ability and the courage to lead and to drive things. They may take baby steps, but eventually they'll be able to grow. Progress happens when every voice is heard. So the young women here today, speak your ideas, ask questions, don't hesitate, and your voice will be heard. There is value in what you speak. I think what you need to believe in is yourself. To hear every man and woman, and I'm glad I can see men in the audience as well, and I think you play an equal role in Women's Day. It's not just a women-oriented world today. The men are the ones who ally and stand by the women. Let me share another experience in my journey as a coach. I was coaching one young girl, and she was from the organization itself. And as we spoke, she had a lot of potential. I could see there was a lot of potential that the girl had. But she was hesitant. She was not sure whether she could take up this role. She was not sure whether she could actually deliver and do good. I asked her a very simple question in our coaching terminology. I asked her, what would you do differently if you truly believed in yourself and your own capabilities? That question actually stirred something within her. That question made her ponder. That question gave her the confidence that she could start taking baby steps. She built on to that. She started speaking during meetings. She started asking questions. She started bringing forth her ideas. And today, she leads organization and she is mentoring women. So it's a great journey for that one individual who lacked the confidence and was just waiting for a nudge or a perspective to change her thought process. The third perspective that I wanted to share, or a reflection that I wanted to share, was give support and you will gain confidence. Behind every successful person is someone who believed in them. I personally believe someone believed in me, that's why I'm standing here. In fact, I want to thank Sunita ma'am because she's given me that opportunity to not only be on the board of advisors, but every time I've had an opportunity, she's invited me to come here and be on the stage. So I thank you, ma'am, for being that confident, building that confidence in me. A parent has sacrificed their lives for their children. A teacher encourages students many times to try and do well. And I'm sure I was talking to some of the teachers here. Everyone is looking for the students to grow. And that encouragement, that nudge is actually going to help our women for tomorrow to build a better equality, build a better community, and a better organization. Let me leave each one of you with a simple thought. Somewhere today, there's a young girl sitting in the classroom who's unsure of what her future looks ahead. She's waiting and waiting for acknowledgement. She's waiting to check, is she capable of doing something? But maybe tomorrow she's actually going to be one of the senior persons in an organization. She may be leading an organization. She may run institutions, like we have Sunita Karad ma'am leading an institution today. I'm sure there has been some encouragement, some motivation that came through Sunita ma'am and all the faculty members here, somebody in our lives. And for women, I think that encouragement is required. We have to truly believe in ourselves so that we can make a difference. When we give confidence, we gain courage. And when I'm saying we gain courage, it's the organization, it's the institution, it's the community, it's the society. When we give opportunities, we gain leadership. Organizations benefit from people when they get leadership positions. When we give equality, we gain a better world. That is the true power of the theme for today, Give to Gain. So today, as we celebrate Women's International Day, I want each one of us to think for ourselves, who's going to be my sponsor for today? Whom am I going to choose to empower? Can I identify somebody? Can I be a role model? Can I be an inspiration? Can I be a go-to person? Can I listen? And can I acknowledge that individual? With that, I just want to leave with one last sentence. When women rise, the world rises with them. So happy Women's Day once again, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that inspirational address. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we request our honorable chief guest, R. Vimla ji, to deliver her chief guest address, I would like to request our technical team to play an introductory AV.
Miss R. Vimla is a distinguished officer of the Indian Administrative Service who has worked across key departments of the Government of Maharashtra, shaping policies and programs that have positively impacted millions of lives. After serving as the collector of Nagpur, she currently holds the position of Resident Commissioner in Delhi and Secretary to the Government of Maharashtra. As CEO of the Maharashtra State Rural Livelihoods Mission, she played a pivotal role in creating nearly 5 lakh self-help groups, connecting more than 50 lakh families and enabling sustainable livelihoods for over 18 lakh households. Beyond governance, she is a PhD scholar at IIT Bombay, researching the socio-economic transformation of deserted women. She is also a poet, blogger, TEDx speaker, and recipient of the Arun Bongirwar Public Service Excellence Award. We are proud to welcome Ms. R. Vimla to MIT-ADT University.
And now I request Madam to deliver her chief guest address. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Ma'am.
Namaskar. Honorable Sunita Karad Madam, who's the Executive Director of MIT World Peace University, the Vice Chancellor Rajesh Sir, the Pro Vice Chancellor Nachiket Thakur Sir, Guest of Honor Mili Ma'am, whose address we just listened to, the awardees who are getting the award today, great pride, heartiest congratulations. And my dear students, faculty members, Deshpande ma'am, Sachdev ma'am, and my dear friends. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, Ma phaleshu dukkha bhag bhavet. Let there be peace everywhere. Let there be prosperity for everyone. Let everyone have good health. And let no one be unhappy. सबका भला हो, सबकी खुशहाली हो, सबकी खुशी हो. आज के इस पावन अवसर पर यहाँ वर्ल्ड पीस यूनिवर्सिटी में MIT के तहत उपलब्ध होकर उपस्थित होकर मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है. एक्स्ट्रीमली हॅपी टू बी हिअर आणि खूप आनंद वाटत आहे. तुम्हा लोकांना कसं वाटत आहे? बरेच लोक आपसात बोलत बसलेले आहेत, पण इथे ह्या वर्ल्ड पीस युनिव्हर्सिटीच्या डोममध्ये मला असं वाटतं जेवढी शांती असायला पाहिजे आणि जेवढी मनाचं समाधान मला भेटत आहे, इथे कदाचित तुम्हाला रोजचं असेल. बऱ्याचशा गोष्टी आपल्या आयुष्यामध्ये असतं, असं म्हणतो आपण घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर. मतलब जे आपल्याला आहे, आपल्याकडे उपलब्ध आहे आणि ज्याचा आपण आनंद उपभोगू शकतो, ते कदाचित आपल्याला त्याचा रस घेता येत नाही. आय रिअली कॉम्प्लिमेंट यू मॅम, सर मंगेश कराडजी, फॉर हॅव्हिंग मेड सच अ ब्युटिफुल थिंग अँड इन्व्हायटेड मी हिअर. असं वाटतं की ईश्वराच्या सानिध्यात असं छत्रछायामध्ये बसायला एक संधी मिळाली. एवढे मोठे मोठे ते दिग्गजांच्या आपल्या इथे प्रतिमा आहेत. श्रीरामाची मूर्ती मागे आहे, संत एकनाथ आहे, तुकाराम आहे, ज्ञानेश्वर महाराज आहेत. आणि आपण जिथे कुठे बघूया, मीराबाई असतील, जीसस क्राइस्ट आहे, झरतृष्ट आहेत, सगळे इथे असं एक वर्ल्ड पीस युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये एक अशी युनिक संकल्पना आहे जिचे आपण आपल्याला एक संधी मिळालेली की आपण इथे उपलब्ध राहू शकतो. बोलायला खूप सोपं आहे, हॅपी विमेन्स डे, आणि सगळ्यांना असं वाटतं प्रत्येक वर्षी येतं, त्यात नवीन काय. खरं म्हटलं तर प्रत्येकाला वाटत असेल की नवीन विमेन्स डे आहे, चलो लेट्स सेलिब्रेट इट वन डे, एन्जॉय द डे. सकाळपासून काल होता, एव्हरीवन मस्ट हॅव गॉट लॉट्स ऑफ मेसेजेस. माझा तो फोन बंदच झाला नाही काल. हॅपी विमेन्स डे, नारी शक्ती, दुर्गा, लक्ष्मी, महेश, सगळं असं म्हणजे ते सगळं काल झालेलंच आहे. एव्हरीवन एन्जॉयड दॅट. बट द थिंग इज दॅट सम पीपल फील की सोशल मीडिया मेसेजेसच इम्पॉर्टंट आहे का? व्हॉट इज देअर वेन वी आर सेलिब्रेटेड सडनली वन डे अँड द नेक्स्ट डे वी फाइंड दॅट दीज वर्ड्स दे आर काइंड ऑफ मिनिंगलेस. कोणाच्या लक्षात राहतं किंवा राहत नाही, किंवा कोणी त्याचं अनुसरण करतो किंवा करत नाही. इट्स समथिंग विच इज व्हेरी क्वेश्चनेबल वेदर दीज सेलिब्रेशन्स आर इम्पॉर्टंट. बरेच लोक मला म्हणतात की तुम्हाला कसं वाटतं एवढ्या मोठ्या अधिकारी झाल्यानंतर महिला अधिकारी असं संबोधणं, म्हणजे अधिकारी अधिकारी आहे का अधिकारी महिला अधिकारी आहे? वेदर शुड बी थॉट अबाउट लाईक दॅट, or whether we should be separated being women officers. That is perhaps one of the things which is constantly there in the back of the mind, because nobody is celebrating a man, but there is a need to celebrate a woman. खऱ्या अर्थाने का असं आहे? कारण आजही जर आपण बघितलं तर there are many things which are विषमता खूप आहे. When we got independence, the sex ratio for male to female was almost about below 1000. नंतर खाली घेत गेला. आजही हरियाणामध्ये 870 मेल टू फिमेल सेक्स रेशो आहे. आता भारतामध्ये एवढं बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढाओ आंदोलन केल्यानंतर 1020 असं सेक्स रेशो आहे मेल टू फिमेल बघितल्यावर. पण तरीही देर इज अ प्रेफरन्स फॉर बॉईज. तरीही आपल्याला ॲम्निसेंटेसिस बंद करावं लागतं, तरीही असं लिहावं लागतं की इथे सोनोग्राफी केलं जात नाही. द फॅक्ट दॅट असं लिहायला लागतं आहे अजूनही डॉक्टर्सकडे की इथे आम्ही ॲम्निसेंटेसिस टेस्ट करत नाही आहे, सोनोग्राफी फॉर चाइल्ड बर्थ करत नाही आहे, याच्यावरनं सिद्ध होतं की जसं आपण पाणपोईमध्ये लिहिलेलं असतं ते पाणपोईला नेहमी चेन लावलेली असते. म्हणजे किती आपला विचार असेल देशामध्ये की ज्या पाणपोईला चेनने बांधायला लागतं की कोणी हा स्टीलचा ग्लास आपल्या घरी घेऊन जाऊ नये. तशा प्रकारचा हे आहे की आपण लिहितोय हॉस्पिटलमध्ये, इथे काही डॉक्टर्स वगैरे पण असतील कदाचित. सो वेदर रिअली दिस सेलिब्रेशन इज इम्पॉर्टंट, वेदर इट इज वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस, फ्रीडम ऑफ वुमन, इंडिपेंडन्स ऑफ वुमन, हा नक्कीच आपल्याला एक प्रश्न आहे. So does society really recognize a woman as an equal person? Whether we have been treated as normal individuals is the question even now. काही महिलांना खूप चांगलं वाटत असेल, आज त्यांचं कौतुक होणार आहे. माझंही कधी कधी कौतुक झालेलंच आहे. म्हणजे खऱ्या अर्थाने एक कौतुक केलं तर आपल्याला एक संधीही मिळते समजून घ्यायला की असंही शक्य आहे की आपलं कौतुक कोणी करत आहे. समाजामध्ये कौतुक होणं महत्त्वाचंच आहे. पण बियॉन्ड दॅट आय फील इट्स ऑल्सो अ मॅटर ऑफ क्वेश्चनिंग हाऊ इम्पॉर्टंट इज दिस. आय वॉज बॉर्न इन टू अ फॅमिली. आम्ही 4 लोक होतो, माझे 2 भाऊ आणि मी आणि माझी बहीण, 4 लोक होतो. पण आमच्यात कधी असा एक भेदभाव कोणी केलेलं नाही. नो, माय पेरेंट्स नेवर डिस्टिंग्विश्ड बिटवीन मी माय ब्रदर्स. मी खूप अशी आउटगोईंग, आउटस्पोकन, टॉमबॉईश होते आणि माझी बहीण तशी घरेलू टाईप्स वगैरे होती. पण असं त्यांनी कधी सांगितलं नाही की तू अशी हो किंवा तू तशी हो किंवा तू घरात स्वयंपाक कर, तू बाहेर जाऊ नको, तू सायकल चालवू नको. पण आजची जी म्हणजे बरेचदा महिलांची जी प्रवृत्ती ज्याच्यामध्ये महिलाचं ग्रोथ होतं, मतकर संस्कृती, इकडे जाऊ नको, हे नको करू, इथे नको बसू, इतक्या वेळेला नको जाऊ, इतक्या वेळेला घरी ये. का? कारण खऱ्या अर्थाने समाजामध्ये अजूनही विषमता आहे आणि अजूनही भीती आहे. कारण क्राईम रेट जर तुम्ही बघितलं तर आजही 4 लाख क्राईम्स आर रिपोर्टेड. फक्त 4च लाख क्राईम रिपोर्ट झालेले आपल्या देशामध्ये, जिथे 120 कोटीची लोकसंख्या आहे. क्राईम इज रिपोर्टेड ओनली 4 लॅक्स. असं शक्य आहे का? होत नाही रिपोर्ट. कारण क्राईम रिपोर्ट केल्यानंतर एव्हरी 72 or 80 minutes there is a rape happening, molestation happening, but nobody reports. कारण रिपोर्ट केल्यानंतर त्याचं काय परिणाम होणार आहे, त्याचं काय लॉजिकल एंड होणार आहे का? जिथे निर्भया केसला इतक्या वर्ष लागले अजूनही, आणि त्याच्यानंतर आपले काही लॉज डिफरन्शिएट झालेले आहेत. पण खऱ्या अर्थाने हे सत्य आहे की आजही आमच्यासारख्या ज्या मुली असतील ज्यांना स्वतंत्रता मिळालेला आहे, फ्रीडम आहे, वी एबल टू गेट अप. मॅडम आहे, शी इज एक्झिक्युटिव्ह डायरेक्टर हिअर, सो मेनी टीचर्स आर देअर ओव्हर हिअर. सो वी ऑल गॉट दॅट फ्रीडम, बट डज एव्हरीवन गेट दॅट प्लॅटफॉर्म, गेट दॅट फ्रीडम? तर हे मला असं वाटतं खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे की तुम्हाला ही संधी मिळालेली आहे का? इथे जे स्टुडंट्स आहे, हुएवर इज स्टडिंग हिअर, वेदर अ गर्ल और अ बॉय, यू मस्ट बी एक्स्ट्रीमली लकी दॅट युअर पेरेंट्स हॅव ॲडमिटेड यू टू सच अ ब्युटिफुल इन्स्टिट्यूशन. आणि आपण काय करतो, आपल्याला नेहमी शंका असते आपल्या आईवडील आपल्यासाठी काय करतायत का नाही. आपण दुनियाभरच्या लोकांशी बोलणार, व्हॉट्सॲप, फेसबुक, इकडे तिकडे सगळ्यांशी बोलत बसणार. पण आपल्या आईवडील आले की आपल्याला जसं अंगावर काटा आल्यासारखं वाटतं. आपल्या आई तुला काय कळतं, तू नको बोलू माझ्याशी, मला माहिती आहे माझं काय आहे. हे टिपिकल असतं. पण खऱ्या अर्थाने तुमचे आईवडील मात्र एकच अशी व्यक्ती आहे ज्यांचा हात ते खराब करून घेतात. तुम्हाला कुठल्या तरी खरकटामधनं सुद्धा काढायला सुद्धा ते मागे बघणार नाही. They will not resist to soil their hands to protect you. These are our parents who are there, ज्यांनी खर्च केला असेल तुम्हाला इन्स्टिट्यूशनमध्ये अभ्यास करायला, आणि आपण त्यांना कम्युनिकेट करत नाही, त्यांच्याशी बोलत नाही नीट. वी डोंट लव्ह दॅम, वी फील दॅट व्हॉट इज हॅपनिंग इन आवर लाईफ. सो स्टुडंट्स, इट्स व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट दॅट यू रिअली अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट युअर पेरेंट्स आर डुईंग फॉर यू. सेकंडली, दुसरी गोष्ट आहे की प्रत्येक व्यक्ती एक दुसऱ्या व्यक्तीसारखं राहू शकत नाही. जर आपण बांबूला बघितलं, बांबूचं वृक्ष कोणी बघितलं का नाही, ते खूप वृक्ष आहे. बांबूचं जेव्हा आपण सॅपलिंग लावतो ते आतमध्येच असतं, मातीच्या ते आतमध्ये असतं, आणि बाहेर यायला त्याला अंकुर फुटायला बरेच दिवस लागतात. का? कारण त्याची जडणघडण होत राहते मातीमध्ये, आणि जेव्हा त्याचा अंकुर फुटतो ते एवढं स्ट्रॉंग असतो आणि एवढं उंच होतो की दुसऱ्या झाडांच्या पेक्षा ते जास्त मोठं होतं. म्हणून पेशन्स पाहिजे. एकाचं लवकर होऊ शकतो, एकाचा उशिरा होऊ शकतो, एकाची कधीतरी अशी अपयश येईल लाईफमध्ये, यू विल बी अनसक्सेसफुल अँड देन यू विल बी सक्सेसफुल. जगामधली सगळ्यात मोठी पॅराडॉक्स काय आहे की अर्जुन जेव्हा उभा होता महाभारताच्या युद्धासाठी, वेन ही वॉज स्टँडिंग ऑन द बॅटल फील्ड, हे जे आपल्याला गीताचा उपदेश मिळालेला आहे, काय मंदिरात नाही. वी डिडंट गेट दिस उपदेश इन द टेम्पल, वी गॉट द उपदेश ऑन अ बॅटल फील्ड. तिथे कृष्णाने त्यांना उपदेश दिला, गीतोपदेश जे झालेला आहे. ही सगळ्यात मोठी विडंबना आणि पॅराडॉक्स असेल की तिथे आपल्याला कळलेलं आहे की श्रीकृष्णाने काय सांगितलेलं आहे. काय सांगितलेलं आहे की कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु करा. आपलं कर्म करत राहा. कर्म केल्याशिवाय तुम्हाला काही फल मिळणार नाही. म्हणजे हे पॅराडॉक्स आहे लाईफचा की एकेकडे आपण म्हणतो की तुम्ही यशासाठी काम करा, दुसरीकडे आपण म्हणतो की यशासाठी काम केलं तरी त्याच्याकडे तुम्ही विचार करू नका. एवढा मोठा पॅराडॉक्स आहे. तरीसुद्धा गीतामध्ये अजूनही हे लिहिलेलं आहे की योगसु कर्मसु कौशलम, योग कर्मसु कौशलम. म्हणजे कशामध्ये कौशल्य आहे? योगमध्ये. योग म्हणजे काय? काम करत राहायचं. नंतर काय होणार आहे माहिती नाही. मुलं काय करतात? अभ्यास तर करत नाही. माझाही मुलगा तसा आहे. परीक्षाच्या पहिल्या दिवशी तो बिट्स पिलानीला अभ्यास करतो. मला खात्री आहे ज्या दिवशी परीक्षा आहे त्याच्या आदल्या दिवशी फोन करणारच, मला काहीतरी टेन्शन होतो आहे, अनेकदा मला ताप आलेला आहे, मला कसं तरी होत आहे. इतकं टिपिकल असतं. मी त्याला सांगते, अरे बाबा, तू जितकं शिकलेला आहे, तू 2 अक्षर शिकले असेल, 4 अक्षर शिकलेले असतील किंवा 50 पानं वाचलेली असेल, परीक्षामध्ये तू तेच लिहिणार आहे ना. तू जर अभ्यास केला असता तर तुला तेवढं ज्ञानाचं पेपरमध्ये उतरवता आलं असतं. फॅक्ट काय आहे की मी अभ्यास नाही केलं, इथे मी काय ऐकलंच नाही, त्याच्यामुळे मला काही कळणारच नाही कोण काय बोललं होतं. इकडे आम्ही येऊन इथे खुर्च्या भरलेल्या आहेत, बरोबर आहे. पण फॅक्ट काय आहे की आम्ही हे पुस्तक आहे, हे पुस्तक उघडलं का कधी? या पुस्तकाचे पानं आपण वाचले का? नाही. 21 क्वेश्चन पेपर्स, इझी क्वेश्चन्स. त्याच्यानंतर आजकाल तर एवढं सोयीस्कर झालं मॅडम, AI बस काढायचं, चॅट GPT वगैरे वगैरे, फटाफट छापायचं आणि देऊन टाकायचं, असेसमेंट झालं. नंतर परीक्षा आली, जाऊन बसलो तिकडे, बस काला अक्षर भैस बराबर. काय लिहायचं आहे, काय आहे काय नाही, काय समजत नाही. कारण अभ्यासच केला नाही. मग तुम्हाला टेन्शन कशाला यायला पाहिजे, घाम कशाला फुटायला पाहिजे. पेपरमध्ये काय लिहिणार आपण ते अभ्यास करून गेलं असतो तर काय घाम फुटलं नसतं. आमच्यासारखे लोक जे 10-10 तास अभ्यास करूनही, मी खंताने म्हणू शकते की 2दा मी UPSC पास होऊ शकले नाही. प्रिलिम्स, मेन्स, इंटरव्ह्यू एवढी तपश्चर्या असते, 10-10, 12-12 तास काम करून, आणि एवढी निराशा असते प्रत्येक वेळ. जेव्हा तुम्ही प्रिलिम्स पास करतात, मेन्स पास करतात, इंटरव्ह्यूला जातात, अँड वेन यू कम बॅक अँड यू हॅव नॉट बीन सक्सेसफुल, मग कसं वाटत असेल एका व्यक्तीला. आणि तदनंतर कसं तरी हिंमत करून मी MPSCला इथे बसले. कारण मला सगळ्यांनी सांगितलं की चल आता MPSC ट्राय कर. मी म्हटलं मला मराठी येत नाही. ते म्हटलं काय झालं म्हणे, दे परीक्षा, समजेल काय होतं. आणि विडंबना अशी आहे त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा की जे मी कधी शिकले नव्हते, मला माहीत नव्हतं. माझ्या प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर रेखा रानडेने मला शिकवलं मराठी 3 महिन्यामध्ये, आणि मी MPSCची टॉपर झाले. म्हणजे दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ लक ऑल्सो, हाऊ यू लुक ॲट इट. आणि तरी मी कधी हारली नाही. मी परत UPSCला आय वेंट फॉर द एक्झाम अगेन. परत बसले तर किती म्हणजे शोकांतिका असू शकते की मेन्सच्या आदल्या दिवशी माझा स्कूटरचा ॲक्सिडेंट होतो. म्हणजे याच्यापेक्षा जास्त मला कधीच वाटलं नाही की काय असं असू शकते दुःखाची घटना, की आपल्या हातातूनच आपला शेवटचा अटेम्प्ट निघून जातो, आपण काहीच करू शकत नाही. पण मी काय हार मानली नाही. मी MPSC जॉईन केलं, गव्हर्नमेंटमध्ये विविध पदांवर काम केलं, वेलफेअर स्कीम्स केले, महिलांसोबत जुडले. महिलांचं आयुष्य इफ यू जस्ट सी, इतकी 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 दुर्दशा असते महिलांची ग्रामीण क्षेत्रामध्ये. यू विल नॉट बिलीव्ह. MSRLMमध्ये मी जॉईन जेव्हा झाले, घरामध्ये खाता येत नाही, बोलता येत नाही, उठता येत नाही, बसता येत नाही, तरीसुद्धा ते सतत हसतात, ऑलवेज स्माइलिंग. मला कधी आय वॉज टू थिंक वाय आर दे स्माइलिंग, आर दे इन डिनायल. बट आय रिअलाइज की त्यांचं आर्मर आहे, त्यांची ती कवच कुंडल जे कर्णाला मिळालं होतं आपोआप स्वजन्म. पण महिलांनी स्वतःसाठी कवच कुंडल बनवून घेतलं होतं की आम्ही हसतोय, आम्ही जगतोय. या जगाचे किती पण आमच्यावरती काय कशा प्रकारचे दुर्दैवी घटना आले तरी आम्ही हे मॅनेज करू. अशा माझ्याकडे असंख्य स्टोरीज आहे, पण मी तुम्हाला 3 स्टोरी की 4 स्टोरी सांगणार आहे. एक होती ज्यांना मी भेटली, साताराची महिला. ती 17दा गेली बँकेमध्ये, 17 टाइम्स. शी वेंट टू द बँक. बँक सेणार, तुम्हाला प्रपोजल एकदम बकवास आहे, यू विल नॉट गेट अ लोन, तुम्हाला आम्ही लोन देऊ शकतच नाही. तुमची इथे काय DPC बनवून आणले तुम्ही, ते पुस्तक बनवतात तुम्ही, ते काय प्लॅनच नाही बरोबर आहे, वी कांट गिव्ह यू. मग शेवटी कसं बसं मग MSRLMवाल्याने आम्ही सांगितलं बाबा तिचं आहे, तिला द्या, करेल ती काहीतरी. मग तिला शेवटी 17व्या वेळेला लोन दिलं. त्या महिलेने 40 महिलांना नोकरी दिलेली आहे इन दॅट ॲग्रो प्रोसेसिंग युनिट टुडे, अँड शी इज अर्निंग इन लॅक्स. एकही वेळ तिने चुकवलं नाही तिचं इन्स्टॉलमेंट. आणि आता बँक काय म्हणतं, बँक ऑफ महाराष्ट्रवाले, ही आमची आयडियल बॉरोवर आहे म्हणे, हिला बघा म्हणे, आणि तिला समोर करतात. म्हणजे जेव्हा त्यांनी 17 वेळा तिला घालवलं तेव्हा विचारच नाही केलं, पण आता तिला म्हणतात. तर तिने मला काय सांगितलं, मॅडम आदमी के ज़िंदगी में कब कोई आसा रास्ता नहीं होता ना, कोणताच रास्ता नसेल ना, तर अपना आदमी रस्ता खुद बनाता है. ही इन्स्टन्स आहे. दुसरी होती, ती मला भेटली, म्हटलं काय, ती म्हणली मॅडम मी तर जेमतेम 800 रुपये कमवत होते आणि मला काही करावं सुचत नव्हतं. ही MSRLM मुवमेंटमध्ये मी येऊन जुडले, आणि जुडल्यानंतर मग त्यांनी मला म्हणवलं कम्युनिटी रिसोर्स पर्सन, जे जाऊन अशा माझ्यासारखे बोलत आहेत आणि लोकांना जुळवत आहेत. आणि ते जुळवलं त्यांनी. तिने किती लोकांना जुळवलं, 40 गट बनवले तिने 8 गावांमध्ये जाऊन. आणि नंतर तिचा नवरा तिला मारायचा, तिला घरातनं बाहेर पण पडू द्यायचं रे, शी शुड नॉट बी एबल टू गो आउट अ सिंगल टाईम. आणि तिचा नवरा, शी रिफॉर्म्ड हर हजबंड. तिच्या नवऱ्याला वाटलं अय्या हिने एवढ्या 40 गावाच्या लोकांना एकत्र केलेलं, एवढ्या सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप बनवले, आणि मी काय करत होतो, हिला उगाचच मारत होतो, बदलत होतो. तर त्याच्या बायकोकडे तो इतका प्रेमाने बघायला लागला. ही लेफ्ट हिज ड्रिंकिंग. म्हणजे बाईमध्ये, महिलामध्ये एवढी ताकद आहे, हे सगळ्या पुरुषांनी समजून घ्यायला पाहिजे आणि टाळ्या वाजवायला पाहिजे त्या महिलेसाठी. तिसरी महिला होती, आणि तिने मला काय सांगितलं माहिती आहे का, तिला पण म्हणजे मी म्हटलं की कसं काय तुम्ही हे केलेलं आहे. ती म्हणे काय म्हणे मॅडम, आपल्याला काहीच करता येत नाही, आपल्या जिभेवर साखर ठेवायचं आणि डोक्यावर बर्फ ठेवायचं म्हणे, आणि मग हे सगळं होत घडतं. म्हणजे एका घरेलू महिलाने, माझ्यासारखा कधी कधी रागीट असलेली महिला अशा ऑफिसमध्ये रागवते, काय काम झालं नाही, वेळेवर होत नाही, काय नाही, अमकं तमकं, तिने मला शिकवलं जिभेवर साखर ठेवा म्हणे, डोक्यावर बर्फ ठेवा, सगळं काम नीट होणार आहे. तिसरी महिला होती, ती अशी होती की तिच्याकडे तिचा नवरा, ती म्हणजे ती काहीच करू शकत नव्हती, तिचा नवरा तिला मारायचं, ती जे काय कमवायची, ही टू जस्ट स्पेंड ऑल द मनी गॅम्बलिंगमध्ये आणि दारू पिण्यामध्ये. आरामात जाऊन संध्याकाळी आपला ठर्रा मस्त पिऊन यायचा, नंतर हिला मारायचं, आणि ही कमवत होती बिचारी. शिलाई मशीन ठेवून ती काहीतरी आपल्या हिंदी पिक्चरमध्ये निरुपमा रॉय सारखे जुने होते ते करत बसायची. नंतर तिने काय केलं, SHGमध्ये शी केम, शी गॉट अ लोन फ्रॉम द SHG. 15,000ची मशीन घेतली, आणि तिने 15,000चं चांगलं मशीन घेऊन प्रत्येक महिन्यामध्ये शी स्टार्टेड अर्निंग 25,000 रुपीज. आणि एकाचं ॲम्बिशन, ॲस्पिरेशन आपण बघतो, जे मी तुम्हाला सांगते, आई वडिलांचं ॲस्पिरेशन. तिचा नवरा कसंही असू दे, पण तिने तिच्या मुलाला इंजिनियर बनवलं मॅडम. हे म्हणजे इतका कौतुकाची गोष्ट आहे की एक महिला जी इतकी डिस्ट्रेस्ड होती, शी स्टार्टेड टीचिंग हर सन आणि तो झाला इंजिनियर. आणि स्वतः मॅडम ती पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएट झाली. आफ्टर ऑल दिस शी बिकेम अ पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएट इन हिस्ट्री. So these are all beautiful examples, of people who are there, who are transforming their lives due to the own efforts they are doing. It's not that. आणि मी अशी काळी बिळी माझी जेव्हा जन्म झालं तेव्हा माझ्या आजीने मला नानी जे म्हणतात आईची आई, ते सगळे गोरे गोरे होते. पण ही कसली म्हणे तुला जन्माली की काळी कुठं कसलं हिला कसं काय होईल म्हणे आयुष्यामध्ये. पण माझ्या आई वडिलांनी मला कधीच असं फिलिंग दिलं नाही. मी तुमच्यासमोर उभी आहे, एन्जॉईंग लाईफ, बिंग हॅपी. डिड द कलर ऑफ माय स्किन मॅटर? इट नेवर मॅटर्ड. कारण माय पेरेंट्स टोल्ड मी की तुझ्यासारखं एकदम स्ट्रॉंग, केपेबल, ब्युटिफुल, वंडरफुल पर्सन नाही आहे. आणि त्यांनी हे घडवलं मला जे, ते मला असं वाटत नाही की कोणीही घडवू शकलं असतं. सो बी थँकफुल टू युअर पेरेंट्स दॅट दे आर देअर. And don't let this, affect you. Because in the world, there are so many things and so many people who are there with whom they'll be comparing you. And equality we are talking about, खरंच आज पण इक्वालिटी तर नाहीच आहे. जर आपण एज्युकेशन लेवल्स बघितलं, लिटरसी लेवल बघितलं, 80% ऑफ इंडियन्स आर लिटरेट टुडे. बट अमंग द 88% लिटरेट्स देर आर ओनली 70% हू आर विमेन. पेपरमध्ये नंबर कमी वाटत असेल की काही कोटीचा फरक असेल, पण दॅट्स अ व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फॅक्ट की महिला का अभ्यास करू शकत नाही. वाय दे आर नॉट कमिंग टू स्कूल? ड्रॉप आउट. भाऊ यांना अभ्यास करायला लावा, घरातली भांडी धुवा, अजूनही होतं हे. इट्स नॉट दॅट इज हॅपनिंग. किती मुलींना माहिती असेल हे? हात वर करा. घरातलं काम केलेलं असेल किती मुलींना आप इथे बसलेले. कितनी लड़कियां जो कर रही है, घर जाने के बाद खाना पकाओ, बर्तन दो, बच्चे को देखो, मेरे भाई को देखो, भाई के बच्चे को देखो. ये दिस इज हैपनिंग इवन टुडे. This is a fact, and that is why this Women's Day, and that is why universities like MIT are celebrating Women's Day. That is why it is very important that you should really finish all these things in the appropriate manner and know people. So this gap cannot be filled definitely, but I'm sure that with the attitude of the people and the news reports which are there, which are saying that better and better government schemes yet ahe, so do that and get over the guilt. Second part I would just like to say before leaving, की बरेचदा आपल्याला गिल्ट असतं. आता मी इथे आले माझ्या मुलाला सोडून आणि मुलगा कुठे असेल, आपल्याला असं वाटतं की आपण आपल्या मुलाला सोडून आलेलो घरी. आपल्याला ऑफिसमध्ये गेलं तर घरचं आठवण असतं, घरी आले तर ऑफिसचं आठवण असतं, कुठेच नसतो. बट रिमूव्ह दॅट ऑफिस फिअर इन दी ऑफिस अँड बी ॲट होम ॲज यू आर. अँड घरच्या लोकांना बिंदास सांगा, आपले नवरे बिवरे असतात त्यांना सांगायचं मला पण ऑफिस आहे बाबा, मी पण आपलं बरं करून येते, मलाही तुम्ही सांभाळा जरा घरामध्ये. सो डोंट फील गिल्टी. से अँड आस्क फॉर सपोर्ट. कुठलाही पुरुष इथे सर होते, राजेश सर बोलत होते, बिहाइंड एव्हरी मॅन सक्सेसफुल वुमन इज देअर. वाय नॉट बिहाइंड अ वुमन अ सक्सेसफुल मैन? फॉर सक्सेसफुल वुमन मैन इज स्टैंडिंग बिहाइंड. यार कम ऑन. ये कब होगा? ज्या दिवशी हे होणार आहे. हे अर्धनारीश्वर, अर्धांगिनी, मोठे मोठे शब्द आहे. आपल्याला अर्धांगिनी बोलतात, अमकं तमकं सगळे मोठे मोठे शब्द आहेत. हे सगळे शब्द बाजूला ठेवा. बी प्रॅक्टिकल. एन्श्युअर दॅट यू गेट युअर राईट्स. याच्यासाठी असं नाही की आपण अलिप्त व्हायचं समाजामध्ये. आय एम नॉट सेइंग दॅट बी सेपरेट, ट्राय टू बिकम इंडिपेंडेंट, फेमिनिस्ट काही नाही आहे. समाजामध्ये पुरुष आणि स्त्री पहिल्यापासूनच कन्सेप्ट आहे. जेव्हा अर्धनारीश्वर कन्सेप्ट होता शिव आणि शक्तीचा, दॅट वॉज द कन्सेप्ट. आपल्या समाजाने दे चेंज इट फॉर देअर ओन कन्व्हिनियन्स. रूल्स कोणी बनवले? पुरुषांनी बनवले. जर तिथे महिला राहिली असती तर हे झालं नसतं. सो वी आर नॉट आस्किंग यू टू चेंज एनिथिंग. गिव्ह अस व्हॉट इज आवर राईट. Give us what is our right. We are equal human beings. Respect us and understand that we are human beings who need love, care, affection, just like you all have been given love and care and affection from the childhood. So every woman deserves this on Women's Day and every day. So I would be very happy that you should be contributing to the success of society. घरी जाऊन भांडू नका. प्रेमाने मागायचं सगळं. हम न सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हम ये सोचे किया क्या है अर्पण. फूल खुशियों के बाटे सभी को, सबका जीवन ये बन जाए मधुबन. अपनी करुणा का जल तू बहा के, कर दे पावन हर एक मन का कोना. हम चले नेक रस्ते पे हमसे, भूल कर भी कोई भूल हो ना. इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमज़ोर हो ना. मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, really it was indeed a privilege and honor to have such a nice personality amongst us. Once again, please give a round of applause to Honorable Chief Guest.
After listening to Honorable Vimala Madam, IAS, Madam, what the Vedic order also says is the same. You know what is IAS? Indian Administrative Service is one. But when I was studying IAS, I tried IAS once, but I could not get into that. Then I went into academics and things like that. But finally, ma'am, what I was told at that time was, I agree, sir. So I agree with you, madam. What 50% of Ardhanarishwara, ma'am, is the equality, is the promulgation, what you said correctly, that the 50% of man and woman is equal. So if Vishnu has kept Lakshmi in the heart, but Shiva has given 50% of his body to Parvati. That means, ma'am, we were saying the same thing. So I agree, sir. I aspect that. So it is equality which we want, like exactly told by Honorable Madam Vimala, that yes, we have that equality. We want equality in the house. We have given equal importance to women from the beginning. But yes, now women have come of age. Now they have come of everything. They are now successful. They are everywhere. And let us praise that. Let us praise women today on this great day. So, Jai Mahashakti, Jai Women. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on this special occasion, the university has decided to acknowledge the multifaceted energy manifestation in the form of women. On this occasion, the university is felicitating the distinguished women achievers with the Women Achievement Awards 2026, a salute, recognition, and appreciation for the efforts by women in various fields and being the change agents. And ladies and gentlemen, the categories are Rising Star Award, Inspirational Woman Award, Entrepreneur Excellence Award, Exceptional Research Award, Iconic Corporate Pioneer Award, Changemaker Award, and we are also going to felicitate our in-house staff. So we have Pride of MIT-ADT University Award, Sri Ratna Outstanding Admin Award, and Young Star Award. So we are going to request now, going to request Professor Sneha Vagatkar to read the citations and call the awardees on the stage.
Yes, so we are going to request all our award recipients one by one after we read their citations. And we're going to begin with the Rising Star Award 2026. Check, yeah. So may I invite on stage Ms. Bhagyashri Mhatre. May we have a huge round of applause, and I request Ms. Bhagyashri Mhatre to please take this center chair on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Bhagyashri Mhatre is the founder and managing partner of Food Monk Consultants LLP Pune, is honored with Rising Star Award 2026 for her remarkable contributions to the field of food technology and entrepreneurship. A professionally trained food technologist with over 15 years of industry experience, she has played a pivotal role in supporting innovation and enterprise in the food processing sector. Her expertise spans diverse segments, including dairy, beverages, bakery, spices, and value-added food products, making her a trusted advisor in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, notably, she has nearly 90% of her clients which are women entrepreneurs, whom she mentors towards financial independence and business success, strengthening India's food processing ecosystems. Her achievements have been widely recognized with awards such as Fighter Woman is in Business 2022, Pune Udyojak Puraskar in 2023, and Navdurga Women Entrepreneur of the Year in 2023. Can we please have a huge round of applause? And with this, may I request our dignitaries on the stage to please felicitate Ms. Bhagyashri Mhatre with the Rising Star Award 2026.
Congratulate the recipient of the award, Honorable Bhagyasri Mhatre. Once again, please put your hands together to congratulate. Hearty congratulations to receive this award. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I request the dignitaries kindly take the seats. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and honor to announce the next award, that is Inspiration Superintending Engineer. May I request Ms. Ashwini Guge, please take the seats at the center. Ms. Ashwini Guge is Superintending Engineer, Vigilance and Quality Control, Public Works Department, Government of Maharashtra, is honored with the Inspirational Woman Award 2026 for her outstanding contribution to public infrastructure and civil engineering. With a distinguished career in bridge design, road development, and public works, she has played a significant role in strengthening infrastructure and connectivity across the Vidarbha region. Joining the Public Works Department in 2007, her dedication and technical expertise led to her rise from Assistant Executive Engineer to Superintending Engineer. She has contributed to major projects including Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana and the landmark Nagpur-Mumbai Super Communication Expressway, improving connectivity and opportunities for communities. In her present role, she continues to uphold the highest standards of quality, transparency, and accountability, ensuring safe and durable public infrastructure. Her inspiring journey reflects leadership, perseverance, and deep commitment to nation building through engineering excellence. And today, we are indeed privileged and honored to have Ms. Ashwini Guge with us today to receive this Inspirational Woman Award 2026. May I kindly request the dignitaries to please confer this Inspirational Woman Award 2026 upon Ashwini Guge, Honorable Ms. Ashwini Guge. And please have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate this outstanding, remarkable achievement of all these extraordinary women on the occasion of International Women's Day at MIT-ADT University.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next category is Entrepreneur Excellence Award 2026. And I would like to call upon the recipient of this award, Architect Pranati Shroff Munnot. I request her to kindly take the seat on the chair on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, Architect Pranati Shroff Munnot is the Managing Director and Co-founder of Sustain and Save Private Limited and founder of Green Umbrella. She is being honored with the Entrepreneur Excellence Award 2026 in recognition of her outstanding leadership and contributions to sustainability, strategic partnerships, branding, and corporate communications. An accomplished architect and sustainability strategist, she has integrated climate-positive strategies in real estate development, promoting resilient and environmentally responsible projects. She is among the first professional from Pune to become a lead accredited professional and a certified Griha trainer with over 15 years of expertise in sustainable design and green development. Through Green Umbrella, she has promoted circular economy solutions and sustainable innovations, connecting businesses and consumers with eco-friendly alternatives. She is also the author of Sustainable Buildings of Pune and Developers Guide on Green Building and continues to guide India's low-carbon transition. With this, I now request Honorable Professor Dr. Rajeshes and Honorable Professor Dr. Sunita Karad Madam to kindly confer the Entrepreneur Excellence Award 2026 upon Architect Pranati Shroff Munnot. Please give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Honorable Pranati Shroff Munnot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And the next category of award is Exceptional Research Award 2026. And this our award recipient, may I invite on stage Dr. Anuradha Upadhyay. May we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Anuradha Upadhyay, the proud recipient of Exceptional Research Award 2026. She is a principal scientist at ICAR National Research Center for Grapes, Pune, and is honored with the Exceptional Research Award 2026 for her outstanding contributions to plant biotechnology and agricultural research. A distinguished scientist of international repute, she has devoted over 3 decades to advancing research in grape genomics, molecular breeding, stress tolerance, and functional genomics in fruit crops. Her doctoral research at IARI earned the prestigious IARI Merit Medal, and her postdoctoral work at CSIRO Plant Industry Australia further strengthened genomic research in grape wine. Dr. Upadhyay has successfully led several nationally and internationally funded research projects and has made pioneering contributions in marker-assisted selection, QTL mapping, genomic prediction, and omics-based crop improvement. Her remarkable scientific leadership and dedication continue to make a transformative impact on horticulture, biotechnology, and viticulture research in India. With this, can we have a huge round of applause? And we request our honorable dignitaries on the dais to please confer the award on Dr. Anuradha Upadhyay, the proud recipient of Exceptional Research Award 2026. I request our Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Nachiket Thakur, to do the honors for Dr. Anuradha Upadhyay.
A huge round of applause to congratulate. Hearty congratulations for this remarkable achievement on the occasion of International Women's Day. Thank you. I request the dignitaries to take their seat. And now, I'd like to take this opportunity to announce the iconic Corporate Pioneer Award 2026. And to receive this award, may I invite Dr. Leena Deshpande, Associate Vice President HR and Head CSR at Bharat Forge, to take the seat at the center. Dr. Leena Deshpande is Associate Vice President and HR Head CSR at Bharat Forge. Is honored with the iconic Corporate Pioneer Award 2026 for her outstanding contribution to human resource management, skill development, and corporate social responsibility. With an illustrious career spanning over 4 decades, She has been a visionary leader in designing impactful CSR and skill development initiatives that have set national benchmarks. Under her leadership, a model industrial training institute near Pune was established as a successful public-private partnership, empowering thousands of rural youth with employable skills and sustainable livelihoods. She has also spearheaded initiatives such as technology laboratories in Nagaland, STEM tinkering labs in schools, and village development programs across 110 villages, improving livelihoods, education, and infrastructure. A respected leader and policy contributor, her efforts have earned national recognition, making her a true champion of inclusive growth, skill empowerment, and socially responsible leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed privileged and honored to have Dr. Leena Deshpande with us. And may I request the dignitaries to confer this iconic Corporate Pioneer Award 2026 upon Dr. Leena Deshpande with your huge round of applause. My dear friends, please have a huge round of applause to congratulate Dr. Leena Deshpande to receive this award, Iconic Corporate Pioneer Award 2026.
Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next category of awards is Changemaker Award 2026. And this award goes to Honorable Rujuta Jagtap, Madam. May I request her to kindly take the seat on the dais? We take immense pride in presenting you the Woman of the Changemaker Award 2026 for your remarkable contributions to business and administration. Madam, you began your professional journey with global exposure in international sales and marketing at Tata Steel and later gained valuable experience in human resources at Standard Chartered Greenlands Bank. In 2006, you joined your family enterprise Search Test Plant Private Limited and have played a pivotal role in transforming into a globally respected name in testing solutions. As Executive Director, you have driven domestic and international business development, strengthened global partnerships, and fostered innovation, leading Surge to achieve thousands of installations across India and over 500 worldwide, along with several prestigious national and international recognitions. You also hold several distinguished leadership roles, including being the first woman office bearer elected to the board of MCCIA and in its 83-year legacy, Vice Chairperson of the British Business Group Pune, former Chairperson of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce Pune, and Independent Director on board of Praj Industries. A strong advocate of women entrepreneurship and inclusive growth, you have mentored aspiring entrepreneurs and contributed actively through industry forums, national and international panels, and academic engagements. With this, I request honorable dignitaries to kindly confer the Changemaker Award 2026 upon Honorable Rujuta Jagtap.
Thank you very much. Now, along with these wonderful awards, we also have in-house awards for MIT-ADT University. So we have these three categories. First is the Pride of MIT-ADT Women Award in Teaching Staff, MIT-ADTU. So may we have the award recipients on stage, the Pride of MIT-ADT Women Award 2026, Dr. Yogita Ranade and Vishwa Bhalekar. May we have these wonderful women personalities who are the pride of MIT-ADT and the proud recipient of this wonderful award. May we have a huge round of applause, and I request our dignitaries on the dais to confer these awards on Dr. Yogita Ranade and Professor Vishwa Bhalekar. Our next award recipient of Pride of MIT-ADT Women Award in Teaching Staff category, Professor Vishwa Bhalekar. We request our guest of honor to felicitate her and present this award. Thank you. Our next category, as we all know that any university, along with teaching, the administration, the support is also equally important. And hence, we have the second award in place, that is MIT-ADT Stree Ratna Outstanding Admin Award for the non-teaching staff category. And the proud recipient of this award is Mrs. Sheetal Mahesh Dhautre. May we request Mrs. Sheetal Dhautre to please come on stage and receive this award, that is MIT-ADT Stree Ratna Outstanding Admin Award. Hearty congratulations to these proud recipients. The teaching and the non-teaching categories, it is important to highlight our exceptional star students, these performers who are the pride of MIT-ADT. So we have the third award in place, that is Young Star Award 2026. And the female students who are the proud recipient of Young Star Award 2026 are Ms. Arya Chaudhary and Ms. Nidhi Chaudhary. Can we please have both our dearest students to join us on stage? And once again, I request our dignitaries on stage to please give away this Young Star Award to Ms. Arya Chaudhary and Ms. Nidhi Chaudhary. Thank you, dignitaries. With this, I request all our dignitaries on the dais to please take the seats of the stage as we are going to be preparing the stage for the panel discussion. And this panel discussion is a special one as this is going to be with all our award recipients.
Before we proceed with the panel discussion, I'd like to make a quick announcement of the event. As a part of UGC and Women's Day celebration, the event is poster presentation and visual biography. The theme is Bharti Nari to Narayani, and the last day of registration is 15th March 2026. First prize is rupees 5,000 rupees, and second prize rupees 3,000 rupees. So I request all the students, please participate in the poster presentation and visual biography. I repeat the theme, Bharti Nari to Narayani. There is one more announcement that we have scheduled Join, Speak and Shine, a free spoken English drive for women, an initiative by MIT-ADT University, and this is the 10-day program which is designed to help women and build confidence and develop practical spoken English skills for everyday communication. And if anybody is interested to join this Speak and Shine spoken English class or initiative, please visit School of Holistic Development. You will get the further information. Thank you very much. With this now, we'll proceed with panel discussion.
Thank you so much. And now, for the panel discussion, I would like to invite on the stage all our award recipients. To start with, I request Honorable Ms. Ashwini Ghuge, Superintending Engineer, Vigilance and Quality Control, Public Works Department, Government of Maharashtra, to come and take the seat on the dais. I also invite Honorable Ms. Pranati Munot, Director, Sustain and Save Private Limited and founder of Green Umbrella. Honorable Ms. Rujita Jagtap, Independent Director, Search Test Plan Private Limited. Dr. Leena Deshpande, Associate Vice President, HR and Head, CSR Bharat Forge. Dr. Anuradha Upadhyay, Principal Scientist, NRCG Pune. And Honorable Mrs. Bhagyashri Mhatre, Founder, Food Monk Innovations Private Limited. And to moderate this session, I invite on the stage Professor Dr. Renu Vyas, Head of School of Bioengineering Sciences and Research.
Check. Mic सुरू करा सर. Check.
Hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, check. 1, 2, 3, check. आवाज वाढवा. Hello, check. Mic testing, check.
Hello, check. Volume करा थोड़ा. Check.
Hello. I request the students to kindly take their seats.
Hello.
Hello, check. थोड़ा आवाज वाढवायचा. थोडा ऐसा घेतला की.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the panel discussion. Thanks, Sunita ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to conduct this session, and congratulations to all the awardees of today. So we have power on stage, there is beauty on stage. Now let's get started, and I really thank Sunita ma'am for the choice of the awardees from so many different sectors we have, just like our university having so many programs in art, design, and technology. So we have people from architecture, from HR, we have engineers, we have architects, and from food technology, from biotechnology, a very wonderful mix of awardees. And I'm sure it will be very interesting. So all of you, please remain seated for this panel discussion and stay with us. So maybe first I'll start with our Madam Alina ma'am. You have been, a source of inspiration to so many. You worked so well in Bharat Forge with CSR activities. And I was so impressed when I heard about the wonderful work you've done in so many villages, and that too in very difficult geographies like Nagaland and Mizoram. Can you just tell us about that experience?
Much before the CSR Act came into existence, Bharat Forge, that is the company that I represent, started working in social field. It is actually world's largest forging company, but understands its responsibility towards society. When Act came into existence, the first thing we realized that inclusion is the spirit behind the Act. And so reaching out to the remote villages and to the last person in the villages was our objective. Since last 11 years, we have been working in 125 villages on 5 parameters, and the first parameter is water, internal roads, health, education, and income generation. Then outside Maharashtra, we realized that is Northeast also requires the initiatives for inclusion, and so we had set up new age technology labs in Nagaland, Mizoram, and recently we have started in Leh Ladakh also. So far the impact is around 9 lakh people we could reach out in the villages. As far as skill development is concerned, around 5,000 students, they have got benefited, and the first batch of Nagaland will be going to Germany for employment. Just 1.5 years we have set up the lab, and German organization has taken them as their employees, and they will be going in the next month. So along with these 2 areas, women empowerment, education, these are also the important areas. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. A big round of applause for this pioneering work. And ma'am, you continue to do this and inspire so many of us. May I now ask Anuradha ma'am, being a researcher myself, I'm so interested, to knowing more about your biotechnology research. Madam has an amazing, number of publications, patents. She serves on many committees for CAS as well as for hiring in ICAR. And you've done so good work in postdoc also. So which is one of your best publications which you feel very satisfied about, and you consider it as your best accomplishment? Can you just tell us? And part B of the question is give a suggestion at our university, how can we enhance research and development?
When I started my education in biotechnology, I was, I think, 3rd batch of biotechnology in India. I started and I joined MSc in 1987. So when I joined agriculture research after clearing ARS exam as a scientist, most of the places it was so that there were no facilities for conducting biotechnology. After my first posting, I was given a storeroom to start my work. So starting means that was a big challenge for me, because unless I have basic facilities, how I'm going to utilize my training for taking up the research. So I had to start projects for getting externally funded projects and then develop facilities and all those. Similarly, when I joined NIC Grapes also, same situation. MTU was given, this is your lab. So, but as of now, if you come to my institute, we have a full floor dedicated to biotechnology. So my, this thing is that don't wait for others to give you, you create your own opportunities, create your own resources.
Exactly, resonating with what Vimala madam just said today.
Yes, we have to. And the thing is, I was fortunate to have support of all my directors, my HODs and all those things. So like I believe in karma. If I do good to others, it will come back to me in a good form only. So that is my motto. As of now also, I try to help whoever comes to me, because I know that that cycle should continue. So for research, I mean, it's very important that we keep on learning new and new things. So besides training, I try to learn by myself also, like, and it's because science is progressing so fast.
Yes.
Every day new techniques are coming, so we have to keep learning. We have to keep updating our knowledge and our, new technologies. We have to keep learning. So that is the motto, that we have to keep learning.
Yes, it's a one of a very important takeaway for the audience. You know, to keep learning. We are teachers, but we should also continue to keep learning, and that's how
Because
research will
especially in biology, like, it is a very vast subject.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
cannot learn everything, but we have to try as much as.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and once again, congratulations on receiving the Exceptional Researcher Award. And since we are talking about biotechnology, I think I'll go to an associated field of Bhagyashri madam from food technology. And you received this Young Rising Star Award. How do you feel? You've already received the Fighter Award and so many other
Yes.
awards, Nav Durga Award. How do you feel today receiving this award?
Yeah, actually, am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible, right? Yeah, so, yeah, as you said, I have received so many awards, but I feel every time when you get anything new, that's so special because somebody, a new organization or the new management has considered yourself and have observed you and your work. That becomes very special, and you also get a chance to expand your network. It is not only about the award, but yeah, every time it feels so good.
Yeah, and
That, yeah, I feel myself, okay, Shabbas, you have done something else. That is why people are looking at you.
And what do you want to say as an industry, thought leader about the food processing industry? Because we have Anjali ma'am also here. Can you just give some inputs? And where do you see the growth happening in food processing industry?
Yes, yes, definitely. So food industry is growing so rapidly that we haven't thought about it. Even when I have got admitted in my food, BTech food technology in 2001, I was not aware where I am going to be, what industry is exactly, because yeah, I mean, it's about theoretical, right? When you do the BTech and MTech, but when you enter into the industry, it completely shifts the thing. It's when I started my career with Jain Irrigation Systems Limited, it was a huge aseptic and dehydration fruit processing plant. Even I was not aware what heat exchanger is. We have just learned the definitions of pasteurization, sterilization, HACCP and everything. But the industry is growing so rapidly nowadays. The Indian food, not only Indian food, but everything is like globalized. So current trend, I mean, the future is like about the beverage as well as the convenience food. And again, if you see, the trend is about high protein and high fiber, no sugar, gluten-free, lactose-free, and everybody wants to have their food like a natural one, clean label one. And yeah, that is going to be the future for at least next 5 years.
Thank you, ma'am. So wonderfully put. Please give a round of applause for this young rising star. And you make us feel conscious about the food we eat. So thank you so much. And now moving from biology to engineering, we have Ashwini ma'am. And you've done such wonderful work, and especially the corridor. Can you just tell us about that experience? How did you pull it off? And how did you make the team listen to you?
I think all teachers are here, so they all know how difficult it is to make the team listen to you. But sometimes you have to lead by example.
Yes.
And when you work on a big project like the Samruddhi Mahamarga, you understand very soon that it is a teamwork. And unless and until the team works in collaboration, it is not possible to successfully handle the project. Because MSRDC was the executing agency, and we had to coordinate with Revenue Department for land acquisition, Forest Department, because we were passing through the forest lands, then National Highway, PWD, irrigation, because we were crossing their canals, bridges, roads. Again, MSCDCL, TCL, MSCTCL, power grid, because we had utility shifting. So unless and until all these departments work in collaboration, it is impossible to complete this project successfully. And yes, it is both a privilege and a responsibility to be a part of this project.
Yeah,
I'd like to give a small 1-2 examples.
Sure, ma'am.
After building Samruddhi, and when we had opened it to traffic, after a few days, we had gone for just an inspection, and we were at a petrol pump. There were truck drivers there. So we just tried to converse with them, tried to understand what was the impact of Samruddhi Mahamarg. So one truck driver who was probably coming from Calcutta or somewhere, he said, this is the first time in my life I had driven a truck in fourth gear for such a long length. I mean, these are the small impacts that you make when you build a good structure. And for civil engineers, the best thing is you can see your dream in 3 dimensions.
Yes.
So that is a very good advantage. Another incidence is after we have put lot of wildlife mitigation structures in Samruddhi Mahamarg for wildlife crossings. So after Samruddhi Mahamarg was opened, about 15 or 20 days later, a video was viral on Instagram of somewhere. Couple of Nilgai was crossing Samruddhi Mahamarga. Maybe someone of you might have seen it also. And coincidentally, there was just a wildlife overpass about 200 to 300 meters from that place. Later, when we put wildlife cameras on that overpasses, we realized that later on the wildlife started using those overpasses. In the cameras, we trapped those nilgai, wild boar, and other wildlife creatures passing through that overpass. So wildlife also, after a bit of time, they understand which routes they need to take, and they pass on to the next generations also. So we can work in collaboration if we plan accordingly and nicely.
Yes, ma'am. Very well put. Thank you so much for that wonderful answer, and I hope you continue to make very good roads. And India, we really need it, and taking it to the last rural area, and that's amazing yeoman work you're doing. So kudos to you. I will now ask Rujita, ma'am. You have received the Changemaker Award, an amazing profile, personality you have. Just tell us about your experiences, and also tell us one of the best experience which we can use as an inspiring story to encourage our youngsters. And what is your secret of energy also? I would like to know. We're doing so much of work and being the first in so many places. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you so much for the question, Dr. Renu, and thank you, Dr. Girard, and of course the MIT faculty to invite me here. The energy part comes, I think, from my genetics, from my father, my mother, and my grandparents. They're all extremely high on energy and extremely, hands-on even today. So I think that is thanks to, their genetics that I've got it. My story was, of course, when I graduated and I post-graduated, the family business was already there. My father had set it up in 1969, first generation entrepreneur. And in fact, coincidentally, Senior Dr. Karad is his professor of thermodynamics in COEP. So the first professor that, and one of the best professors that my father always talks about is Dr. Karad. So there's a lot, so of course,
wonderful,
applause for that. And so that is where, of course, the teachings come from my parents, my grandparents. And so I actually wanted to join the family business, yes, but after proving my merit and caliber outside, to which my father opposed and my mother stood by me. So my father was like, I've set up the family business, why don't you join directly? But my mother said, no, let her work outside, prove her caliber, merit outside, and then join the family business. So very hesitantly, my father agreed. I went to Bombay, worked with Tata Steel for about 4.5 years. And there, not only did I learn the, working as an employee, working in a city where nobody knew me, no preferences were given to me. I was working in a city where nobody knew my father or the, family here. So I was a very protected environment over here, very, like chauffeur-driven cars, very protected environment. And I never got to experience the other side of things, which I got to experience in Bombay. So I learned life skills, traveling by public transport like locals and buses and all of that, living on my own, fending for myself, and of course the professional part from Tata Steel. And before that, I also worked with Sanchar Grinleys in the summer training. So my learnings have come in, working on my own and then joining my family business was the best decision that I think I made. And I would thank another woman for that, that's my mother. Because if she would have not stood by me, but of course, 6 months guys stretched to 4.5 years because of the learnings that I was getting. So I think that is what was the foundation for me. And then joined my father about 20 years ago in the family business. He's still at the age of 80, works full time. And we work, with him and our team as well. And I think that has not only shaped me as what I am, and apart from that, it also shaped me as a person, not only in the professional world, also the philanthropic world. Because my father, even if we are not under CSR, he started giving back to his village right from the time he started the company. So we've got, schools, skills enhancement centers, schools that have been set up by us completely, scholarships to girl students, also skills development centers have been set up there. And not only that, but multiple other NGOs that we help in, which work on the cause of women, children education, rural women, water conservation, and other causes. So I think that again comes from the DNA that is set by my father, who's the founder. And apart from that, I also dabbled into the other areas, which I think is also important for all the women out here. I would say that there are so many avenues that I think the holistic development also comes through the avenues and opportunities that you harness. So for example, I was the mere member of chambers of commerce, but then eventually got onto the boards and became the chairpersons of these chambers. It taught me a lot. Not only did it help in, sort of learnings from collective prudence, but also at the same time, networking has so many benefits. You also, through collective prudence, you're helping your members, the non-members, liaising with the government and, helping them tide over their challenges in businesses. That's a different set of satisfaction that I draw. It's my time that I give that is a completely pro bono time.
We need to take time management lessons from you. I'm very sure of that.
And lastly, I would also say the independent directors avenue is open to everyone. So if, once you gain sufficient amount of experience and expertise in different domains, I think now the government, of course, has come out with a women director mandate long back. But I think more and more women should come with that open mind of contributing as an independent director, because that's another area that you will also, make a very meaningful impact. So I also did that, and recently, not only on the public listed company, I've also got onto MSME, which is into the ESG domain. So across domains, if you work, it gives you, at least gives me a lot of satisfaction.
Yes.
So I would say that has shaped my life, my career. But work-life balance, I still struggle to strike because it's more work and very less sacrifice my health on that, but I need to strike the work-life balance, yes. Being a workaholic has its own, pitfalls, but I think, as I said, it's genetics. But I would thank my parents and, of course, my colleagues who are like family to me for shaping who I am today, and, of course, the blessings of...
Amazing. You are indeed a very great change maker. We are so happy. In fact, you have honored us by receiving the award. Thank you so much for your kind words. And now, last but especially not the least, this is just a random order. Pranati ma'am, architect. So welcome and congratulations for receiving the award today. Amazing entrepreneur. How do you feel, first of all, sitting in this architecture marvel, in this dome?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it is a marvel. I was just looking up and, when I was just sitting and I said, oh my God, this is like a call for action. It's a space for meditation for a minute, I felt, And I think that was mentioned earlier. It's an aura. It's got the grandeur that you talk about, that MIT has spoken about in so many ways at different level. And this definitely stands as a symbol of its values and its belief system. So I think this marvel is definitely about all of that.
Of course. I was not fishing for compliment, but thank you so much anyway. We are more interested in also understanding about your experience. You wear so many hats. I mean, and how do you manage all this together? I mean, that's again, today I want to ask secret from all of you. You have been writing books and all, and I still want to know something which is so far, not there on internet, something they'll say you want to say.
So let me just quickly share my story. I always say I'm an architect by profession. I'm a real estate developer by, heart, by passion, by heart, because I'm born in that family. It runs into my blood. I began and I believed in sustainability way back. So it's my passion. It's my belief that sustainability has to be there in every walk of life. I took on to sustainability even when we didn't speak about it. So it's 2007-8 that I got into sustainability. I still remember my own friends telling me, are you serious you want to get into sustainability? Kaun teko paisa dega? Kaun ye sab believe karega? It's still like an NGO thing that you're starting. And I said, no, it's the future. So I still remember those days, and all of them are my clients today in the sustainability sector. We started, so I think entrepreneurship comes into me as a belief. Every 2-3 years, I want to come up with a new company. I want to start something new, and that's something that scares my family sometimes. But they're doing well. All our businesses are doing well. So that is something that runs in my blood. I wake up at 4 o'clock and I'll message saying that this is what I want to do, and everybody like, you've come up again with an idea. And I think that is what entrepreneurship is all about. So ideation, you never should stop dreaming. If you believe that you can dream and you can make it there, I think nobody can stop you. And I think that's what entrepreneurship is all about. To that extent, we started this entire venture called Green Umbrella, which is promoting sustainable products. So I realized I was working on sustainability level when we were talking about to the government. We were working very closely with the government. We were working with the real estate sector. We were working with industries. And I said, if I don't get to the consumers, how am I going to do that? How am I going to complete the circle? And that's how we started the Green Umbrella, our story at Green Umbrella, which is all about sustainable products and lifestyle products, where we said, okay, we need to understand which are really, because there's so much of greenwashing that's happening around the world. And if we don't really get to the root, how are we going to answer this? So sustainability, Green Umbrella was that story for me. So to give you a crisp theme about my journey, I have children which are now 7 and 9, so they're really young. I remember, I was in Dubai last week and I was just saying, I've just got back and I didn't know whether I should be here because my office needs me more than being here. And, I was telling them that, can I leave 1 hour late, 1 hour late? So, you have to be there. It's long working hours. It's a lot of commitment. When you talk about, entrepreneurship or starting anything on your own, it's a lot of commitment beyond just doing work or going to office. It's a lot of sleepless nights. And finally, if you believe in what you do, I think, nothing can stop you. Bolte na, nothing can stop you from being what you want to be.
Yes, truly. And I think audience will agree with me that, when you do, when women do business, it's not just business, it's the values they bring to the society. It brings something, very special, that you are so conscious about the green environment, and that too when it was, not that much fashionable to talk about it.
Add to that, until 3 years back, this is a personal, you send us something from the heart. My own father said, who will, invest in this company? And 3 years back, we got big investments in our company, in the sustainability company. And then he said, can I also invest in your company? So that is what sustainability is all about.
Validation from home is, very difficult to get very often. So congratulations. And once again, congratulations to all of you. I would like to continue this conversation. It's so interesting, but I know we have paucity of time. So what I will do is I'll just ask one general question and just wrap it up. Anybody can answer that question. So what do you think in the last 10 years? Has there been a growth in gender diverse, how's the gender equality is being maintained, or are we still same? What do you feel? I mean, it's your personal opinion, or is there seeing any improvement, and in what terms? Anyone can answer this question.
I think everybody will have a different perspective, and I think there's a lot of scope, but lot has changed.
Okay.
So here, of course, because I today morning was talking to my help, and she said my husband wants another child because she has 4 daughters. And I said, you're not doing this. I went to her and said, you're not doing this. But as we speak about it, it still exists.
Yes.
And we need to be sure. We are blessed. I say, हम बहुत नसीब लेके आए हैं. हम जिस तरीके में we are blessed. We are blessed to be in this.
I think
But
very
there's a lot of world that still needs our help and support,
Yes.
and we should be there to support them and help them grow.
So to just add to what Pranati madam has said, and I think this can be the last concluding statement here, when we celebrate Women's Day, and as ma'am said, we are lucky, let us also think of our sisters, the Anganwadi workers, the ASHA workers, the marginalized sections of society, our own mercies in the universities. Let us treat them, everyone, with respect. And let us look forward to a world, as Madam said, Vimla ma'am, it's not a competition. So we look forward to a world where we don't have to specially celebrate Women's Day. Every day will be a Women's Day. Thank you all so much. And let's continue the conversation over tea. Wonderful having you all here on stage. And congrats for receiving the awards. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sunita ma'am, for this opportunity.
Thank you once again to our wonderful and inspiring panelists. and our ever engaging moderator. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful panel discussion.
No, I think I can say this on behalf of all of us. I just wanted to thank MIT for inviting all of us for this award, because giving us this recognition somewhere inspires us to strive for excellence and work more towards some meaningful projects. Thank you so much.
Very well said. And once again, we extend our sincere appreciation and our gratitude to our esteemed panel here. Thank you very much. And indeed, they are the award recipients of the International Women's Day 2026 on behalf of the MIT Art Design and Technology University, Pune, Bharat. Thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, I request everyone to please take the seats in the audience. And with this, we would like to take a moment. We would be taking a group picture here. Okay, I request everyone to please be here on the stage. Yeah. So with this, we will be inviting our very own, the Stree Shakti herself, Honorable Professor Dr. Sunita Karad Madam, the Executive Director of MIT-ADT University.
वैसे तो मैं बोलना नहीं चाहती हूँ. स्टूडेंट जा रहे हैं. हेलो. Students, please be seated. Please be seated. Just 5 minutes I'll be taking. I'll be just ending the program. I know that. थांबवल्यात ना? हां. Bus has been extended for next 10 to 15 minutes. So, good evening, everyone. All the wonderful ladies, the celebrities of today's award function. Thank you for accepting invitation and making this event as a grand success. All of you are my dear friends. All of you are closely connected somehow, but today we got an opportunity to get felicitated on the occasion of International Women's Day. मी महिला दिन हा उत्सव नसून ही आपल्या सर्वांच्या जबाबदारीची आठवण आहे. प्रत्येक भूमिकेत आपण मूल्य घडवतो, आपण नेतृत्व घडवतो, आपण आणि त्याचं हे सेलिब्रेशन आहे. महिला ह्या भावनिक असतात, पण त्यांनी भावनेतून वाहून जाणारं नसावं. महिला ह्या मजबूत आहेत, पण त्यांनी कठोर नसावं. महिला या शांत आहेत, पण त्या कमकुवत नसाव्यात. घर आणि घरकुल हे आवाजात नाही तर शिस्तीत आणि कंटिन्युटी सातत्याने जे काय आपण करतो त्या गोष्टीमुळे आपण त्याच्यामध्ये घरपणा निर्माण करतो. स्वतःची ओळख आणि आवाज आपण सर्वांनी हा जपलाच पाहिजे. आपली स्वतःची संस्कृती आणि त्याची जतवणूक करणं हा प्रत्येक स्त्रीचा अधिकार आहे. कहा जाता है हर रिश्ते की डोर ऊपर वाले के हाथ में है, व्यर्थ की चिंता न करे. महिला ही सशक्त स्त्री म्हणून केवळ कुटुंबासाठीच नसून तर ती संपूर्ण समाजाच्या प्रगतीची ताकद आहे. एक स्त्री शिक्षित झाली तर पिढी शिक्षित होते. स्वप्न पाहण्याची ताकद ही सर्व स्त्रियांमध्ये आहे आणि संघर्षाची ताकद स्त्रीमध्ये ही नैसर्गिकरित्याच प्राप्त झालेली आहे. आणि ह्या संघर्षाच्या ताकदीचा आपण सर्वांनी आदर केला पाहिजे. स्त्री ही क्षणाची पत्नी असून ती अनंत काळाची माता आहे. ती आकाशात झेप घेते. आज आपण कल्पना चावला, सुनीता विल्यम्स यासारख्या लेडीजचा आदर्श आपल्या सर्वांच्या समोर आहे. जिद्दीच्या जोरावर नवीन शिखरांना ती सर करते. तिच्या सोशिकतेला मर्यादा नसते. तिच्या प्रेमाला कशाचीही उपेक्षा देता येत नाही. अन्यायाविरुद्ध लढताना ती रणरागिणी होते. अंधाराला चिरून ती प्रकाशाची वाट होय. नकोत तिला फक्त पुष्प आणि गुच्छ, द्या तिला फक्त सन्मानाचा अधिकार, द्या तिला फक्त सन्मानाचा अधिकार. करूयात तिच्या कर्तृत्वाला वंदन. समाजाला घडवणारी उद्योजिकता, शासकीय पदाधिकारी, समाजात बदल घडवणारी समाजात हीच तिची ओळख होय. आज आपल्यामध्ये विमलाजी उपस्थित होत्या. त्यांनी नीती आयोगाला रिप्रेझेंट केलेलं आहे. नीती आयोगाचे सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप यांच्यामधनं महिलांसाठी ज्या काय विशेष योजना आहेत, सीड फंडिंगची अवेलेबिलिटी आणि ह्या सर्व गोष्टी समाजाच्या तळागाळापर्यंत पोहोचवण्याचं काम हे आपल्यासारख्या सर्व स्त्रियांचं काम आहे. प्रत्येक स्त्रीनी मॅटर्नल हेल्थ, त्याच्यानंतर न्यूट्रिशनल प्रोग्राम, स्किल डेव्हलपमेंट आणि यासारख्या स्कीम्समध्ये सहभाग हा जरूर घेतला पाहिजे. स्कीम्स लाईक मायक्रो फायनान्स, लाईव्हलीहूड प्रोग्राम्स, रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप यांचा प्रोपोगंडा ह्या सर्व देशभर कसा करता येईल यासाठी धडपड केली पाहिजे. आपण आपल्या स्वतःच्या अधिकारासाठी पुरेपूर प्रयत्न करणं, स्त्री कुटुंबाच्या स्त्री कुटुंबाच्या पल्ल्याड स्त्रीने कुटुंबाच्या पल्ल्याड सातत्याने याचा विचार केला पाहिजे. नुसताच शृंगार न करता एक स्त्री शृंगार तो करना बट संघर्ष से मत डरो. तुम्हें गिराने वाले बहुत मिलेंगे पर खुद की उठाने की हिम्मत रखो. हो सकता है कि तुम्हें भी किसी ने फूल दिया होगा, लेकिन खुद की कमाई याद रखो. इस दिल की दुनिया में दुनिया को अपने ज्ञान के भंडार से हमेशा भरे रखो. इस दिल में दया, छल, कपट की समझ और किसी की सजावट मत करो. इन सब चीज़ों की सजावट मत करो. खुद का अस्तित्व बनो. ये दुनिया याद नहीं रखेगी कि तुम कितनी कीमती हो, मगर तुम याद रखना कि तुम भी किसी की बहन, किसी की बेटी हो और किसी के ऐसे ही अपने चेहरे पे आत्मविश्वास बनाए रखो. तुम ऐसी स्त्री बनो की तुम्ही अशी स्त्री बना की तुम्ही आत्मविश्वासाची समय, चैतन्याचं औक्षण आणि शिस्तीचं पांघरूण तुमच्या जवळ सतत असू देऊन रणरंगिणीचं स्पंदन करत राहा. हाच तुम्हाला सर्वांना आजच्या आंतरराष्ट्रीय महिला दिनाच्या निमित्ताने मी संदेश देऊ इच्छिते. धन्यवाद फॉर मेकिंग दिस इव्हेंट ॲज अ मेस्मरायझिंग इव्हेंट. थँक्यू ऑल. थँक्यू. थँक्यू. थँक्यू फॉर पेशन्स.
खूप खूप धन्यवाद मॅडम. आपण अतिशय समर्पक अशा शब्दामध्ये आज सर्वांना शुभेच्छा दिलेल्या आहेत. मनापासून धन्यवाद. आणि यानंतर आय नाव रिक्वेस्ट प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर अश्विनी जोशी, प्रोफेसर मिडकॉम, MIT-ADT University, Pune, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected dais, distinguished guests, colleagues, and my dear students. I, Dr. Ashwini Joshi, faculty of MIT College of Management, propose to present the vote of thanks on behalf of MIT-ADT University on this special occasion of International Women's Day celebration 2026. As rightly said by our guest of honor, when women rise, societies rise with them. First and foremost, I would like to express gratitude to the women of substance, our chief guest, respected R. Vimla Madam, guest of honor, Lucadia Millie Madam, for accepting our invite and gracing this mega event. Through the interaction, you truly remind us of the strength, resilience, and achievement of women in every sphere of life. You all have reinforced that today we don't just celebrate women, we celebrate courage, resilience, and the unstoppable force called womanhood. Gratitude to Lale Madam for the eye-opening session creating cancer awareness among students and the ladies faculties, and also the men. Congratulations and big thanks to the galaxy of our distinguished awardees. These awardees are not just achievers. They are trailblazers who inspire others to rise. The awards we presented today recognize more than the achievement. They honor the fire, the passion, and the courage within these remarkable women. Heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished management, Father Founder, Professor Dr. V.D. Karat sir, Honorable Executive President, Dr. Mangesh Karat sir, the man of action, who is instrumental in converting vision into reality, and last but not the least, respected Executive Director, Dr. Sunita Karat ma'am, who is always motivating us with her innovative endeavors and for continuous encouragement, for always propelling us towards excellence. Thank you, Vice Chancellor Rajesh S. sir, Pro VC Nachiket Thakur sir for gracing this mega event and motivating us all. A special word of thanks to the moderator, Dr. Renu Vyas madam, for the insightful panel discussion. I would like to thank the deans, HOIs, convener Dr. Anjali Bhoite madam, the organization team, technical team, social media team, and the entire support system of faculties and administrative staff which directly or indirectly contributed in making this event a grand success. I would like to acknowledge our audience. Your presence, encouragement, and support has made this celebration truly special. As we conclude today's program, let us carry forward the spirit of empowerment, equality, and respect for women, not just today, but every day. Once again, thank you everyone for being a part of the wonderful celebration. We shall conclude with the Pasaidan thereafter, followed by a group photo. Technical team, kindly play the Pasaidan.
Thank you very much for your